I was like, I like my did fan create that whole
just some people up here.
Combat and all, it's like a lot more that can happen in the game to determine the game. Then
yes and no, because I mean,
because they just added like even in that space, but they just added a magic to Overwatch. Like they just added, like they never had a melee character at all. They just added a melee character.
Well, I mean, now that they're they're gonna obviously take in much before, but I mean, if we're talking about characters that's essentially taken from Overwatch, Namor is Symmetra. Namor's whole thing is about putting out the drone or putting out the drone, not necessarily the drones, but like the turrets.
Oh, I forgot she had the turrets.
So it's like Namor Symmetra. Hulk is essentially Diva, where it's like you shooting until you can bulk up. So it's like,
but I mean, that's the same thing that you would say. Because I mean, I feel like that's a close copy. But what's the other game that was before Marvel Rivals? That was just like another thing to Overwatch. God damn, it was free to play too. But that copied it more. Like
but this is basically the X-Men game too, though.
What you mean?
The old X-Men, where it was still downward look.
You think Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah.
What is it? You talking about the Marvel Rivals is?
Pretty much about the same look as you.
I think in the sense, I guess, of having the Marvel character, but no, I don't know about that one. But no, I really do think Marvel Rivals, I'm not even saying that it's a bad game. It's cool. I think that's why the player base ebbs and flows, because they get excited when it's like, oh shit, Gambit here. Oh shit, Rogue gonna be here next month.
Yeah.
That's cool for like a week or two. Then it's like, oh wait, I'm doing the same shit.
No, I mean, I guess, like I said, it depends on what you're doing. Like I said, I really wish I actually had like a crew that we was able to actually try, really try to do the tournaments and do all the stuff and really play into the game. But yeah, when you pretty much playing quick plays all day long, or you really with a bunch of shitty people trying to play competitive, you could be like, it's really not for me. But like I do enjoy when I play with my people, like right, when I'm online with people and playing, because when I feel like the confidence is different. Like if you play with people who actually know how to play, I don't care what you pick. Like we can go all fucking DPS and you playing with everybody that you cook. Like nigga, let's just play, like win or lose. But when you are playing by yourself and you like, bro, we need 2 healers, cuz. Like, what do you do?
I don't play it by myself. I only load it up when people are like, hey, we playing Marvel Rivals. We got 5. You trying to, or we got 3 or 4 or whatever. You trying to play.
So like I said, for me, for me, I think it's the same thing too, because I left Overwatch. So Overwatch was a game that I spent a lot of time learning so many players and trying to do all that kind of stuff that it did get stale to me. Like it really got stale. It got what you're saying. It got extremely stale in the game because it really was the same. There was nothing. Every new character they added was still a ground level. The only person that still fly was what's her name? Old girl.
That's fair.
Have y'all seen anybody who wasn't an Overwatch fan actually like, oh, they love Marvel Rivals?
I mean, yeah, a lot of
I know a couple
who didn't ever play Overwatch at all.
Yeah.
But I think that's to the point of Marvel Rivals. A lot of it, and why I said I think the Marvel property is for sure carrying it, is a lot of people are like, bro, I just like the fact that I can be Spider-Man. I can I can be Wolverine.
In that aspect, I think I can take that, because I mean, but I also feel like it's a difference, like I said, between Overwatch and other games, because they're using Marvel properties, they have to make them actually as comic accurate as possible. So Iron Man is going to fly. Like you'll say, like these games don't have those characters like Overwatch. You'll say they don't have those creative characters, but this game was made to make characters be who they're supposed to be. So you would have to literally like revamp Overwatch to be like, we need a character that can literally just fly all over the place. Like Farrah, what's her name? Farrah,
yeah.
Farrah. You know what I'm saying? Like she was the only one. Like, and in the same energy that Farrah gave when I played Overwatch, where you like, dog, who the fuck gonna get her out the air? It's the same energy I get with Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like, but it's like when you realize you got Iron Man, you got Storm, you got like, now it's just really like, bro, we need air support in general. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about, like I said, in the different. So that's, for me, it is more variety in the characters. So like, I do feel the same way, but I do hate that. Like, I hate that we get into that space, and that's where we're at now, because they are bringing the characters out so rapidly that.
Well, I think it goes back to what's carrying it, because they realize after a week or two of, oh shit, Gambit is here, player base is probably back to what it was a month ago, and they like, well, we don't need that. So,
but I think that's what makes it easier too. Like, other than having to rework Like they do got to rework, of course, with all of the other Marvel characters, but you're not creating this character. Like you know his powers, you know everything. So it's like we just taking this character. That's why I feel like that's why it's faster to make them because it's like we're just making their powers.
Sure, but it also I feel like it starts to get very similar. Like Gambit has been the first character in a while that hasn't fully felt like, oh shit, we getting kind of a rehash of a similar character. Like
he has a rehash of similar characters though.
Not in a sense, not necessarily because I think it's because he does like what 5 different characters do pretty much in
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
that's why it doesn't feel like, oh shit, I'm playing a Cloak and Dagger clone, or oh shit, I'm playing a Sue Storm clone.
But I mean, because they made him DPS, he has a mix of DPS and strategy. So he has, of course, like Black Panther, Smooth.
Yeah.
He has. I think that for me, I feel like the only original move he really has is the pole slash, like the pole slam.
Yeah, that's only really DPS, I guess, like ish. But like outside of that, he's for sure support. I actually like Gambit character a lot, but I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't a. I don't think it's necessarily a knock towards Marvel Rivals. I think they know exactly what they are, and they're doing that for a reason.
No, like I said, I agree with you on that. Like I said, I agree with you in the space that you said. I don't like hearing the word. I guess you said they're carrying it, but
but it is
for me. In playing those other games, it's like if you're saying they're carrying, it's because they, like I said, they have a palette of characters that they can create a different kind of experience in the game. Like Overwatch is just as repetitive as Marvel Rivals is, but Overwatch doesn't have as much variety as Marvel Rivals has. And the characters you play.
But technically it's not really a variety because you can't really do nothing with the character.
What do you mean?
Besides change the clothes.
Well, no, I mean as far as like the play styles. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's like a lot of the Overwatch characters are very straightforward. Like you have to be a really good player to figure out how to play differently with Overwatch characters. Where
so you're saying just the ease of use in Marvel Rivals?
Yeah, like I feel like I feel like you think about Punch, like Punch is like the most basic character. You're going to get a nigga who's going to get in the game and never use the hook. And just you sit in the back shooting all day long, smoke bomb or whatever, but then you get a really good Punisher who's getting behind your ass, turn the turret on, but like it's different. Like if you learn how to really play the characters, you know what I'm saying?
That's relative. So my only argument is that that's relative to the player. Because like, and it is, I understand your argument, but I also think it makes it kind of more what they're saying. The fact that it's easier, you got to deal with that. You got to deal with people that don't know how to use this character. That if you see it, you expect you should be using your turn. You should be using smoke. You should be using.
But I mean, that's coming from Overwatch from like the last. Like I was playing that through the original when it dropped till 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I really stopped it when My Rivals came out.
Right.
Like that was literally the only game out other than My Rivals. I stopped that with that. So you get that everywhere. Like,
no, but I feel
you do. You are very true.
My only gripe is the reason why I felt off of it is the fact that I can't do nothing about that. Like if I get a bad group, all I can do is leave the game.
Oh, you just don't like hero shooters then? Because to Bacardi's point, that is every hero shooter.
Right.
So like you just.
But I feel like you should at some point Marvel Rivals should separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, now you just really stand in with the stereotype that you are just a ripoff of Overwatch. Instead of saying, well, you know what? We're going to change it up a little bit. Like, if you get a player who just isn't doing what he's supposed to do, you should be able to do something about that.
But I guess to that point, and we could start whenever. I know this is a very good conversation. I don't know how you fix that because that is just
nigga.
Like you can't fix it.
You can report this nigga. You can do that.
You know what? Like Helldivers, I should be able to shoot you, bro. I should be able to get rid of you.
Jesus. You want to throw the team?
Yeah, now you trying to.
I'm saying because think about it. Like they got pirates in Helldivers, right? So if you know this dude is a pirate, you know this nigga. As soon as he landed, he just went off and started, looting and doing whatever he wanted to do and never followed the mission. Then when y'all get to the pickup, he bombed you, bro. When I come back, he's gone. I mean, and we're not bringing him back.
That's not the same as the hero.
I'm saying, but I have that option. You don't have that option when it come to Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I mean, you really just wait and see if a nigga finna be in the comments and be like, I'm about to throw because y'all not giving me who I want.
Right?
Well, yeah.
Bro,
All you can do after that fact is, like you said, you can report and put don't match me with this player anymore.
Yeah, and just put it don't match me. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, and that's the difference because hero shooters, or not even hero shooters. But I feel like, you said you want to start? We can start with
we can start. We can start off with this topic. On 3, 1, 2.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset podcast, only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces with me. I got my man Bacardi Sensei in the building.
What is good, everybody? How are we doing today?
We are doing great, man. We got Didge in the building.
What is happening, people? What is happening, people?
We got Trip in the building.
I don't know what happened. But I looked this
It
way.
expanded. That's what it is. It expanded. And we got King out the shop.
What do everybody?
So it expanded. Bacardi, he does my intro. They doing your intro.
Oh,
The universe.
I was on the Will Smith. I was saying that shit with you.
That's still the funniest thing ever because if he would have never pointed it out, I don't even think I would have even noticed it because I was so much into the show where I wasn't even noticing him mouthing it. But once he said it, I cannot not see it.
What you talking about?
Will Smith. So
first season, he would mouth everybody's words with them.
he
He
said,
learned the whole script.
he said
Yeah.
he was so nervous.
He
Yeah.
couldn't remember his own lines at first, so he learned
So
the
he had to
entire
know that,
script.
so
Yeah.
he could know where he come in. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would say their lines with
Them, just like just
on
mouthing.
camera.
Mouthing it.
Like,
Oh,
he
he
was
can't.
like, so he know when the next line will come.
Yeah.
And so even as they're talking, he just
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
rap was that blatant.
Like a true rapper,
Yeah,
man.
You
but
see
like I
it.
said, you see it. So like you'll be talking, he'll be like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. But like I said, I never noticed it until he pointed it out, and now every time I just can't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I said, thing we was talking about. Now that we work so much close with Carl Jones, anytime I watch the Boondocks, I can spot his voice in any background character that he plays.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's crazy. It's
No,
hilarious.
it's deeper. Because remember how he told that story about Paul? How he told that story about remember the first couple sketches it was supposed to be Luda.
Yeah,
And that
Thug Magnificent.
he just did it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Thug
yeah.
Magnificent, and he really had the same effect. Because you can tell Thug Magnificent's like inflection is a little different in the later season.
Yes, it is.
Later in the season than it is.
Yeah, because that's when you gotta think. The first one was just okay. I'm doing my Luda impression. Then he finally came into his own. But also, bro, he did a song. We also got to think too.
I do want to get back to the
But
thing. I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna go like.
Okay, cool. Because I just want to make sure.
I just want to say also,
Will Smith lore on the
right
side.
as I was rewatching, you know, saying because Boondocks one of those shows that I kind of just rewatch every now and then and shit like that. Also, bro, Carl Jones got a song with Will I Am. Like you got to remember he got Snoop Dogg and Busta Rhymes on a diss song against John Weatherspoon for one, and then he did a song with Will I Am called Dick Riding Obama. Like, bro, Carl Jones musically has checked off some stuff that people only dream of. Like, bro, it's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious. All right, so let's back to what we talk about. Marvel Rivals being just, is it popular because of the characters or the game?
Well, I mean, I guess
That's essentially the overall.
I don't think that's a question. It's for sure popular because of the characters.
I mean, I was like I said, I feel like I heard the real discussion is we're just because even with King talking about it's really just the hero shooter.
Yeah.
And how people would, you know, how it's grown and really like how it feels really playing that shit now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, coming from me who play Overwatch. And actually, that was my first. You know, Team Fortress is kind of one of the icons in hero shooters.
What are some other games in the hero shooter genre? Because I'm realizing I probably haven't played a lot.
Team Fortress is the old. That's one of the old versions. A lot of characters actually in Overwatch resemble Team Fortress also, but Team Fortress, Overwatch,
Apex Legends.
Call of Duty did it once when they actually gave everybody powers. Like,
Which Call of Duty was it?
I think it was Advanced Warfare.
Is that the one that had the jump packs and stuff?
Okay, so,
that was.
I didn't play that one. So I'm realizing as you guys are having this conversation that I'm Marvel Rivals was my very, very first.
Frag Punk. That's another one that's still out.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals was my very, very first hero shooter.
Right, and like I said, and that's the reason. The reason it's called hero shooters is pretty much because of that. It's like it dives into the realm of it's really a team. It's not Call of Duty and all that. It's a team based game. So you really have to try to find the best chemistry of heroes to, you know what I'm saying, to win a match. So the stress that comes in that space, like I said, for me coming to play from Overwatch is that, which is a very common thing in hero shooters, is people just picking who they want to pick and not looking at the game like, bro, we gotta have actual good flow to win this match. And you know what I'm saying? Or if you can, like, even if you're communicating and you try to, like, we play, when it comes to hero shooters, it is a selfish game. Everybody kind of comes from that space.
So my question is, why is it so one-dimensional with the character?
What do you mean?
Like the characters, like you say, the characters. It is. I know it's strategy on how you pick the characters, but why are the hero shooters? I guess you can't customize. You can't do anything to change your character,
'Cause-
or you know what I mean, like.
So it's mainly because I think going back to what Bacardi said, it's about putting the right team combination to win, right? So it's okay. Like if let's take Marvel Rivals for example. If your character is a strategist, you are really there to help support everybody for the win. So like, if you're a cloak and dagger, that's probably the strategist I play with the most. In cloak form. You are there to sort of hide. You can do some damage and stuff, but you are there to sort of be able to get the team cover where there's not cover, essentially.
And you must believe in that, like as being. And I actually put strategists at the top. But people treat strategists like it's the bottom thing, but it's like, bro, that's the umbrella. Like y'all ain't getting nowhere if I can't heal y'all.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
So like I'm really like the umbrella over this whole team. So and if I'm playing as a strategist, once I pick my strategist. Now depending on the lineup, like who am I really?
I'm not saying I should be able to change them to like Loki can become some tank. No, I'm saying why can't I improve my character?
Oh, you mean like leveling up and all that, like progression style?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that just kind of come with because of what it is as a hero shooter. Like, as a hero, like so, like we designed like, and that's what I said. Like Marvel Rivals is when I was agreeing with you. Like I can understand saying the statement that. Marvel Rivals is actually leading. To me, it is leading in hero shooters because you're playing with actual heroes. Like you're playing with people that people are familiar with. Like if you were to play Overwatch, and you're just looking at Reinhardt and all this. You just be like, what the? Now you really got to look at what this person does to be like, do I like this person or not? Or if you know the characters, it's like, well, I just want to be Punisher. I want to be.
Well, I actually think that's why Marvel Rivals is not leading. Because, like I said, this all stemmed from me saying Marvel Rivals is being heavily carried by the Marvel property.
Right.
Where I do think. And I'm like I said, I want to go back. I don't think it's a bad game because I enjoy it still. Obviously, I don't play it as much as you. But I think a lot of that stems from people pick it up and go, I don't care about anything else. I just want to be Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to try to help the team. I just want to be Spider-Man. I don't care about anything else.
I mean, we have a player here that just wants to be Iron Man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't only just want to be Iron Man. Iron Man is the only one that I'm comfortable with because I got a couple of questions because you said that why you can't level it up. What's the purpose of getting a character to Lord status? Is that not leveling them up?
It's just showing that you played it a lot. You play with them,
but you can still be asking them to.
You could.
I thought it gave you an advantage. That's stupid.
That's what pissed me off because
I thought it gave you an advantage.
You should, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he should be OP, but like Storm is an Omega level mutant.
Yeah,
right.
So my thing is certain attributes I feel should be increased because they're already nerfed. You know what I mean? Like she runs out of stuff that just don't make sense. She shouldn't run out of it.
Right. I mean, yeah. When you think about actual player like creation, and you like certain things don't make sense.
Right.
So like when we talk about Adam not being able to just fly. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga. So you know I hate that.
And you're trying to understand that. So like, of course, when you look at it, you're trying to understand like, well, what's the reason why you wouldn't let him fly?
Well, that's all in the name of balance.
Yeah, that's what it is. So like, because you would look at it, if you were getting a nigga who wanted to be Adam and he could fly, and you like, bro, you supposed to be on the ground healing us, but you want to chase this fucking Iron Man down that he about to laser you immediately every time because you want to keep flying away from us to chase down.
But you have to do that anyway because the problem with him is he is a healer but can't really play the back line because he got to be right here. He doesn't have a distance. Like he can't heal you from a distance.
Right. He's definitely a middle.
So you're already getting attacked because when I attack, when my group gets attacked, they're coming to get me first. That's why I had to switch to Loki because I love playing that. Right, yeah. Because these niggas getting me fucked up and they can't defend me.
Like I always feel like Adam Warlock is like when I say it's like a like the front row, mid row, back row. Like Adam Warlock is a mid row. Like you gotta fight. But you're not fighting with the tanks. You're fighting with DPS. Like, y'all gotta protect me. When I hit the wave thing, we might catch a tank. Right. And I'm gonna catch all three. All of us are gonna heal. Like, so you really.
So I think then this will answer Digit's question or his assessment of it. When you hear of a new hero shooter, what do you look for? Like, what gets you excited for a new hero shooter?
Well, like I said, for me, the reason why I feel like, for me personally, why I like Marvel Rivals more is because I feel like they just expanded more on what I was already playing.
Okay.
Like Overwatch, like I said, was really more boots on the ground. a lot of characters are very stationary to a degree in their space. Like Punisher, like I said, Bastion was Punisher. Pretty much.
Fair,
yeah.
So do you think that what you're saying, do you think that's the norm, or is that just a more of a Bacardi thing? Because what Diz is saying is that more normal people, like the norm, the general consensus, people only are attracted to Marvel Rivals because of, well, not people only, but most people are attracted because of the characters, not necessarily, oh, this is pushing the hero shooter genre or whatever the case.
And that's why I said I can agree with that statement that my rival leading, because you're gonna get a fan base that's different than who just came from Overwatch.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get people who are just really like, dog, they made a Marvel fighting game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, the Marvel PvP game, and that's the only reason why you're playing it. Yeah. But if you're coming from playing
Overwatch,
shit like that, like this is just a new hero shooter.
But I think that's also because even if you look at to that point, a lot of the big hero shooter players. Now, I don't play a lot of hero shooters, but just tapped in gaming. That's one of the, especially with esports. That's the big thing, and that's why a lot of them have left Marvel Rivals. They'll play it every so often. They don't play. They don't keep up with it as much as some of the other ones. Is because it's this game. We're just here to show you different characters essentially, and I think the balancing in Marvel Rivals is rough. And I noticed that as somebody who's very much a novice in hero shooters. It's just, you can tell what their priority is. And it really is we just want to get you here. We know we can sell you skins because you're going to buy it because you like Marvel characters. We can give you Malice Sue Storm because one, I'm not even talking about from the horniness factor.
I know,
but somebody's gonna be like, oh shit, I remember this issue, or I really love this version of Sue Storm, so I want the Malice character, or I'm gonna give you the Hellfire Gala suit for everybody because shit, that's straight from the comics. Yeah. And you can very easily tell the more and more you play Marvel Rivals that's what the focus is of the game, and balancing it and really making it enjoyable is a far second.
Right, I mean, far second is kind of
it's
on the list. I feel like in the space of like the fact that they even broke up the seasons to kind of like give you updates more frequently, whatever, is because they really do see like you're gonna drop this character. This character's gonna get used a shit ton of times to see how it really works in this field. Yeah, we're gonna give you another bounce update in like a month and a half. You know, like you said, to bounce everything back out again to make this character. So like, and you don't get that in a lot of hero shooters. You may get that in a 3 to 6 month time span of a new update that really revamps everything. So I do, even if you can say, and maybe that is the thing of it though too, like that we don't look at, like because it's a licensed game, that the money they're getting in, the money they're supporting them is allowing them to be like, well, we can really. It do seem like we are like flooding y'all with shit, but it's because this is a licensed thing that it makes a lot of money.
I think they're flooding it though. I ain't gonna hold you from the jump. I think they knew what they were, and they were like, but it's gonna be ebb and flow.
So now my question is this though, because it sounds like there's really not much innovation that you can put into these type of games to make them stand out or make them different from each other. So with them having such a vast variety of characters just to be able to put a skin on, does that not make it better? Because at least it's giving you something different.
But that's the thing. It's not. A lot of these characters feel like.
Well, I know they operate the same, but I'm saying aesthetically, you're at least getting something different. Because in a different, like let's say in Overwatch, what are they doing different there that is rivaling dropping new characters?
The problem is it's a pace of the game. It doesn't affect anything because the pace is so fast. Like you said, visually, even if you change the outfit, that's why it's colors.
Well, no, I know that. So, but I'm saying is like even in Overwatch, right? Yeah. They're not doing anything new or innovative, at least to my knowledge, right? I mean, like so it's like outside of a hero shooter, the only thing that you really can do to make yourself stand out is different change of characters. And Marvel has a wide base. Does that not put them above a step above?
But that's my problem is because they're giving you the skins, right? You can't customize the skins.
Yeah.
So you're not.
You can change. You can do like recolors and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If you could change, like if I can customize my player, I would be okay with it. There's really nothing you could do.
You want to see some white blades?
What? Why do you go? What is all the customization? Why don't you go to that one?
Because that's what I'm saying. That's what you gonna get.
You are
that's egregious.
You know what you want? You want to be like you want to see somebody as Blade, but he just changed the palette to white.
Oh no, that's egregious.
That's what you gonna get though. You know what I'm saying?
No, I I think what you can do is balance is the name of the game in any hero shooter.
I mean, I know that. True that.
And again, I don't think Marvel. That's why they also consistently put out these rebalancing updates because they just sort of it kind of feels like they lead in with going, oh shit. It'd be really cool to have Gambit and Rogue. Let's throw them in there.
Right.
Oh fuck! I fucked up. Wait, let me.
So is that not the norm for shooters? They don't always do rebalancing.
They rework, but not to the extent. I don't know what the hell is going on next door.
Yeah.
Not to the extent of Marvel Rivals, and it feels like
hammering.
Yeah,
something.
probably. It feels like it's because they don't take it. I don't know if they take the time to really work it in.
Oh, so you saying that they balancing efforts ain't good?
That's what it was. That was us. Because when Rivals first came out, it was a 3-month window between reworks. Like you got the first season, it was a 3-month season, and then it was like next season, and I think after season 2, they was like y'all get mad about this shit.
So we just gonna do it randomly.
But I also think because they also started seeing player count drops. Remember that was the big thing.
That's what it was though, because it's 3 months of the same game. Like everybody's complaining about, y'all need to tweak this and do this and tweak that.
Because it led in with the Marvel property. You're getting people because it's like somebody who's coming from Overwatch, Apex Legends, Valorant. They're going to understand that.
Valorant was another game.
Hey, and they kept using characters that they weren't actually introducing to us. So like you could play the storyline to unlock Blade. And they never gave you.
Wait, there's a storyline on Marvel Rivals?
So not necessarily a storyline.
I mean, they do got Marvel Zombies. They try to do other.
I didn't even tap into that at all.
It was cool. It got repetitive.
That was super. It could have just been a longer game. I mean, a longer process as a game. But they made it like
our neighbor they're doing the Nike commercial.
Yeah, they're just out there here doing it.
I wonder how much that's picking up on.
I hope ain't nobody getting a whooping.
It's a little bit. I guess.
Hey, listen. When you in a warehouse, you in a warehouse.
I was gonna say this is warehouse stuff.
So this kind of wait. I want to make sure y'all done with all your points on this one, but it leads to another good topic about Marvel.
I agree. Like I agree, Marvel. Like Marvel's. And I mean, I'm not trying to really defend Marvel. Like I said, I like it for my own reasons. Like I like it, like I said, as a difference in from what I was playing before. I do enjoy. Like I see all of the flaws of it by having a licensed game. Like this could have been DC Rivals. And like you said, like it's a licensed game.
Are they still? Is there still plans for that one?
Not that I heard of. I think that was sort of a.
Oh, you think that was fan? DC supposed to be doing their version.
It's no different than DC with like, or even it's like DC Universe. All those games where you actually license a fighting game. Yeah. You're gonna get people who like.
Don't get me wrong. DC Universe was also carried by the DC property.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think, espespally
like
now.
LeBron got in, niggas went crazy.
No, you're talking about the multiverses. Yeah. Multiverses. Yeah, no, that was for sure carried by WB properties. That's why multiverses died.
So I just learned of a new term. Shout out to the homie Jay Friggin. Are y'all familiar with the term flanderization?
Appreciate it, but
Flander what?
Flanderization.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Like Ned Flanders?
No. So I know. So pretty much it means like when a property or something becomes like you expect something because of how it looks. Like, you know, so it's like this is this, and you can instantly tell that like immediately, right? Okay. So Jay Friggin got this he has this theory about Marvel. And he says that the issue that's going on with Marvel with the MCU is that they're being flanderized by their own property. That like there's things that you can immediately tell a Marvel movie right off the rip. He said in that first phase, a lot of those movies didn't just seem like a Marvel movie. Those were good movies, whether wherever you landed. He said now it is instantly a Marvel movie. And if it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, then it's a bad movie in the MCU. He was like, they got the beats that you got to wait for the end credits. You got to have the big score. And so he was saying that might be, an issue with the current phase of the MCU, because now when directors try to take, a little bit of creative freedom and everything, if it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, they're getting overly criticized because they say, no, this is not a Marvel movie. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I think we talked about this before when I think it was you and I going back and forth. I was talking about how I missed the fact that you could have a comic book movie that's just its own movie. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to feel connected to everything.
Yeah.
And I think to their point, because every Marvel movie has to have a breadcrumb leading it to 6 other movies, you kind of have to keep it within this sandbox.
But I mean, I feel like that's also with the director too.
No, but I think when you say you're signing up for this whole Marvel experience,
because it's not just the director.
You have to do this.
They'll
now.
give you notes. They'll say, that was the issue with. That's why some directors end up moving out and saying like, I don't want to be in the Marvel because they was like, okay, I had this vision for Thor or whatever the case. I'm not saying that's capable. Like, say a director comes in, I have a vision for Thor, and then you want to do it this way, but then here comes Kevin Feige or whoever say, hey, okay, you got to work in, the teams.
We know we're going to do this.
Yeah. And so they're like, well, no, it doesn't kind of fit in this story. Now it just seems like I'm shoehorning it in, and then it becomes creative differences and everything like that.
I think that's why you also get the actors who are just like, oh yeah, I did my run, I want to be done, because you kind of have to start fitting into this mold, and clearly it works. Obviously, I think audiences are starting to get a little tired of it, which you could tell from the box offices and stuff. But I definitely think there's some truth to it. It feels like, I'll even take it a step farther. I think it's when you start doing superhero movies, because we don't know where DC is going to go yet. But let's look at DCEU. It very much started to feel the same with that one, where you had to have this certain feeling.
One, it had to be dark.
Yeah. Had to be dark, slightly racist.
Like the look, like no sunshine.
That's what I mean. I feel like the umbrella, like you said, if you're part of the Marvel, whatever, where you're under that.
Well, that's why I said I'll take it further to say superhero movies, because whatever the overarching ethos is of your universe, so to speak, you have to fit in, and that's what I missed.
And I feel like that's actually the issue. It is creating the universes.
Yeah, but see, this is why this is why. Oh, let me finish your statement.
I was saying, like in that space, because you create you don't get the standalones.
And that's what I said. That's what I missed.
Because it's like you said, because it's a universe in general. Like you said, if you came in saying I want to make this Thor movie, whatever, it's like, well, you got to be part of this universe.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be,
but
you either making a standalone, which we're not going to allow you to do it, right? Or you're going to be part of this universe.
But see, this is why I'm slightly excited about James Gunn's, and I'm hoping, man, we only got technically 3 to go off of it, we're including Creature Commandos, but like the feel for Superman and the feel of Peacemaker are completely different, right? And it's like, and so for me, I was saying like, all right,
the same.
You think what do you think it's the same at?
They both carry a very, like, Creature Commandos, just like James Gunn said, like, he's not making anything for kids.
But Superman was for kids?
Superman was definitely for kids.
100%.
No,
it was PG.
No, Superman was not for kids. They dropped buildings on thousands of people.
Right, but compared to Peacemaker, compared to
Peacemaker,
who had an orgy scene, who's killed like blood and guts.
But there's a difference between big screen for kids and TV for kids.
Well, but what I'm saying is
neither were technically for kids.
I mean, the ratings say so different.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, but
not really, because Man of Steel did better.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not talking about Man. I'm talking about not that rating. The rating PG-13. Rating says different.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but I'm saying that's because you got to do that, because it's like like James Gunn was responsible enough to be like, it is Superman.
Well, so that's
also I'm not talking about, when I'm saying for kids, I wouldn't take my 6 and 7-year-olds to see that movie.
So then you might as well say that I'm bad then, because I definitely took my 7-year-old to go see it.
I mean, I know plenty of people took their 6 and 7-year-olds.
We can. But I was thinking in my mind, is, to me, I felt like that movie was, and it wasn't necessarily even the violence. Like, the fighting parts of it was decent. It would just had so many emotional turns and arguments.
Oh no, so it definitely had arguments that kids wouldn't be able to get. They wouldn't understand. But
that's why crypto was in it.
So my main point to that is that, again, even with James Gunn's, the way he said it, where you're like, even the Easter eggs in it are not really leading to, this is the next part of the story. This is the next. Like, to me, this is a way to still create a universe and still be able to have technically one-offs that don't always have to connect. Like, they connect, but they don't. Because like, even when the people from Superman showed up in Peacemaker, it wasn't a big, heavy plot point. It was just like a quick beat. But it wasn't like, oh, I needed to watch this to understand. Like, you already knew, all right, what's going on. And I think that that's a way to kind of to still be able to create a connected universe and not do like
where
I said,
it has to be
like
everything.
what Zack Snyder did. And
Because
what
I will say, and this is about to contradict everything I just said about missing the one off. I do still need Pattinson to be the Batman of this because I don't need to have to follow two Batman stories. And it's like I don't necessarily that means that he has to show up and be everything has to lead to a Justice League. I just don't need. Oh yeah. Also, Alan Rickman is Batman in my DCU.
Yeah. Which I'm not mad at that fan casting. When they said it,
he too large.
No,
he
perfect, bro.
He too
bro.
Alan Rickman.
That nigga because it would be perfect because you could always change.
Shout out to Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, bro.
That's I always got my nigga Thad Castle.
When they said that, I said, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. That's definitely a Bruce Banner. Especially
have you watched Reacher, right?
Yeah.
You seen Reacher, right?
Yeah.
Bro, he's too huge. Like we don't need another.
Did you just see him in the new movie with the art teacher?
Yeah,
nigga, he ain't as big. Like, think about it. That's why I say he could change it because he's on steroids. He's admitted.
I mean, they can put him in the suit anyway. He don't got that.
Hey,
If you're black, you can maneuver that.
and
bro.
also, if we going off of if they doing now run, he fits. If they go back and let's say they do the most classic one, the animated hero Superman, he got the
Big as
broad
fuck.
shoulders,
Yep.
like bro.
That is. You gotta also think about him in comparison. You gotta also think about him in comparison to Superman.
Bro, Batman was the same size. Remember, Superman played Batman.
But Alan Rickman
put on the suit and beat up Bane.
But I'm saying Alan Rickman is larger than.
That's their problem.
Is that really gonna take you out of it though?
That's their problem.
I'm tired of
Batman
assuming.
showed up stuff. Would that really take you out of that team up?
Yeah, look, because when Batfleck showed up, I'm like, no, why is Batman this large?
Like,
Because he's supposed to be, bro.
Batfleck body pause was out of control.
That's what I'm saying.
Never seen
Batfleck.
Nigga, he was like old. He was supposed to be that big.
Yeah, but that was crazy because he was older. Like, bro, you got
Older, he's
Batman was powerlifting then.
But I was just like, bro, what we doing?
The progression. See,
What we
listen.
doing?
I'm gonna keep it real. Batman has always, in the comics and on cartoon, have been a tall, bigger.
He had
guy.
always had a bigger
He's
stature.
always
What is
been
Batman height? What is
like,
actual kind of
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was like 6'1", 6'2".
yeah, he's always been like at least over 6 foot.
He always had a stature, bro.
As a movie goers, got used to what when Michael Keaton hit the scene when they put fucking what's his name in there in the 80s, 70s. We got used to that. And said, "Oh, okay, well, he could be a small."
Oh, this
guy.
man wear platform boots because he's 6'2" as Bruce, but as Batman he's 6'4". This nigga wear platform.
Makes sense.
Perfect.
Nigga said, I gotta put some stacks on these bitches.
He got to kick his face in.
Yeah.
It was.
He got that, when he said that, he need that shadow to stand up.
You know how funny that is in costume design where you like, they not gonna fuck with those 6'2" ass.
What you about to say, Trill?
I mean, this nigga human. Like he gotta put on muscle. You gotta put on
They
muscle
say-
to fight these niggas.
Thank you.
According to
Gotham
comics,
is not sweet. Nigga, you can't be a 180
That
and
nigga
Batman
giant
trying to
crocodile.
knock niggas out.
Wearing that suit too all day, bro. You gotta be strong as fuck.
according to comics, Bruce Wayne is 6'2", 210.
6'2", 210.
Yeah.
What's the
Solid.
suit on? What's the suit on?
6'4", 210. Because I'm assuming the suit don't add weight. So I'm
So that ass.
He got a bulletproof cape. That shit.
okay. We'll say 6'4", 240.
Because if he
He got Teflon.
We'll get that suit 30.
He about 300 pounds.
You think the suit? No, I was thinking. So they saying 6'2", 210 is
The
Bruce.
cape alone gotta
I
be
assume
like 5 to 10 pounds, bro.
I was saying
Bulletproof.
30. I was saying 30 pounds that
It's
added.
a Kevlar suit.
I was saying
It's
30 pounds.
Kevlar. No, we ain't talking about leather.
It is
Bullet, bro, you
Kevlar.
got Kevlar suit. The Patterson Batman suit, like nigga, that shit had me.
No,
on it,
look,
bro.
we ain't talking about the
Right.
gear on.
Yeah.
We still gotta have the gear on.
And then also for him the way he moves with that, bro, he powerlifted, bro. He fit, bro.
I don't think so.
Hey, he started working out montage with Ben Affleck. What was the first thing he would have did? He would have grabbed them dumbbells.
Because the crazy part is, I did a fan casting on another podcast about it. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It was during it was right after So it had to be like 2 years ago. It was right after James Gunn got hired. We just sort of casted it. And Alan Richardson was my pick at that time. Then I watched the next season of Reacher, and I was like, never mind.
But also, like, just in general, bro, like, they really been setting him up, like, they really been setting him up to be a Batman figure because in all his movies, he stare niggas down and niggas get scared. Niggas will talk shit and they see him and he just sit there like, and they be like, hey man, my fault, bro. I'm like, bro, like,
I think they got him tapped for another role.
Batman, bro.
I think they got him tapped for another role, though.
DC?
Yeah, he was saying.
He can be Bang. I can give him Bang. I mean, we already got Lobo snatched, so I mean, he could have been a Lobo too. I don't know how good his acting is to be a Lobo though.
Yeah, apparently he said he's in talks for a role within DC, but he doesn't think that it's going to be Batman. He said he wants to play somebody a little messier.
Damn, man, who?
I guess, I mean,
There's so many people he could.
But see, here's the thing. In this DC, I feel like they're going to go more Luchador Bane. I feel like they're not going to go Zach. I don't feel like they're going to go Snyder, but I don't want him in Luchador Bane.
He can make a Two-Face.
Oh, Two-Face. I can see a Two-Face. That'd be crazy because we ain't never seen Two-Face
I mean,
stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all just.
No, for Batman makes sense. You ain't never seen it. You ain't scared of Two-Face. You ain't scared to fight Two-Face.
Harvey Dent was a regular business.
Yeah, you ain't scared to fight to Harvey Dent.
If you walk in my courtroom and your arms can't go down like this, nigga, no, get out.
He will be the most scariest. No, now he will be if they gave him Two-Face, he would be literally the most scariest Two-Face that we ever seen on screen.
Right.
In any medium. Because remember, Two-Face's big thing is that more mafioso thing, right? You know what I'm saying? You get that vibe, like he runs, a cartel. You scared of that. You was never really scared to like bare knuckle brawl with that nigga.
Mr. Free.
But I mean, I thought Harvey didn't.
We got to buff
actually
Mr. Freeze, man.
Like,
I'm okay with
that kind of like.
Because you're gonna have to be buffed too, because you got a suit.
They both look each other for sure. Like they both was athletes and everything like that. But
you could, like I said, we just don't know Harvey Dent.
We ain't never seen. That's what I said. We ain't never seen it.
Athletes though, so they could have Harvey Dent.
That was Bruce's running mate.
He could be Lex Luthor.
He could be Solomon Grundy too.
But we can't be like because we already got Lex Luthor in this universe.
I can see.
Ooh, I can see a Solomon Grundy. That'd be a crazy Solomon Grundy. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Or Killer Croc. Yeah, I was say Killer Croc.
If you gotta be somebody big that has size.
Yeah, so I can see Killer Croc or Solomon Grundy. I would fuck with.
It depends on what stories they
I don't think he's Killer Croc in DC. What's his name in DC? What's the crocodile name in DC? Killer Croc is Marvel. I forgot.
It's Croc.
It's still Croc.
Is it Croc? I thought it was something different.
No, you think it's
I thought Killer Croc was DC.
You think Marvel is the doc is
Lizard. No. Yeah. I'm getting it mixed up. Okay, yeah, you're right. Damn, I actually like the Grundy. If he's not being Bruce, my favorite is either Grundy or I can see a Deathstroke. I can't see him being Slade.
You think he can be that active?
I don't think he's that athletic. Yeah.
I was gonna say
who did that? Him?
Well, no, I take that back because if he
could be Batman, why can't he be?
No, I take that back because he does have a movie
strong
where
as Batman. He wouldn't be athletic Batman.
But he was in I forget. He started off as that in Blue Mountain State.
Yeah,
like that.
No. But the catch is because he even said it himself, he lost a lot of mobility when he got his size to play Reacher. But in that movie, he just played with Henry Cavill. It was like the League of Heinous, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
He is very like athletic because he actually killing niggas with a bow and arrow. So I'm thinking he could possibly play
if you already have it, you can always tap into it. You can always
got to be able to put on the suit and like.
Remember, Slade shoots first mostly. Like I said, he very rarely gets into the hand in hand. It's usually only between him and Bruce or him and Robin. Like. For the most part, he's taking niggas out.
Then you ain't really utilizing him at all. Then
I was gonna say, but I also think Slade isn't a big enough villain to cast.
Like Slade could be a very scary looking person.
Like, if it's a show, different. But in a movie, I don't think he's a big enough because the storyline wasn't. Like if you gonna put him in a movie, it's gonna have to be somebody like that you can.
Well, no, I get that, but you got to think in these worlds, a lot of people take acting liberties. You got to remember Will Smith, biggest nigga ever, as an actor, and he ended up being Deadshot.
Right.
Deadshot was in a big
flop because nobody knew.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying you get actors at some point that's like, artistically, I'll take this role because one, either I'm a fan of this character, or two, I see the nuances of it. Because remember, there is a whole lot to Slade's character, and as an actor, you can be like, oh, that backstory. Like, yeah.
I agree. Now you talking about good acting chops because you got to give us a.
He's good at that. actor too.
I mean, as far as like to go through track, like, but I feel like it's the same thing. Like the reason Will Smith did that role because he didn't have to do a lot. Like I'm just gonna shoot.
No, but he tried to add. He added some realism to it.
He heard the cast and was like,
He added
"Oh
some
no, these are
realism
some
to
good
it.
actors. I would do this because look who I'm acting."
Yeah,
with."
so that's what I'm saying. I already see that.
All you already know for me is my leadership.
Right, bro. This it definitely flopped for other reasons.
I would pick him as Azrael. The fam stuff they do like they
Ooh, the fan better.
I like that too.
If
But
they do something like the Nightfall storyline,
I like that too.
then he can still be Batman. There you go. He got Batman in that.
and it's
one.
way more messier.
It is.
Yeah.
It's way
So
more
I can
messier.
see
So like
that.
something like that.
Oh, you know what?
I really have
James
fuck with
Gunn
Fam.
would do that too.
That's what I'm saying.
James
So
Gunn would be the one to do that.
Oh,
me too.
He did the Azrael story. I forgot
Bro,
about that story.
You played the guy. No, you never played the Arkham series, have you?
Yeah, I played that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't beat the last one.
Okay, I would say because so when he popped up, it was it
Damn, nigga, that was on Xbox. You
was it Arkham Knight?
God damn, yo.
Yeah. Which one was
me quickly, didn't you?
What I'm saying, because I was gonna say you missing out, bro.
did you see how relieved he was? That man, woo.
He said you didn't play it, right?
He leaned back and
Well, because he
relieved.
didn't play the Spider-Man joint, and I knew that.
That was a licensed Sony thing.
Hey, man, it's here.
Hilarious.
But when which one did he show? Was it City or Night?
That's a good question. I can't remember.
Oh, to answer your question, I think that was.
Let me see.
I think it was Arkham Knight actually.
Yeah, and those were so fun. Those were definitely so fun. So, damn, yeah, man. No,
But I mean, like, I'm talking about the actual Gotham show when they had.
Winnie Bro, yeah.
Wasn't that when did the dude from Blue, NYPD Blue?
No, that was from the Shield.
The Shield.
Yeah, he came from the
That
Shield.
nigga be asking.
Yeah.
Just to even add that. Like I said, Gotham is still a great.
Gotham's one of my favorite shows. One of my favorite superhero shows.
The way they act, because to me it really was a villain show.
Yep.
Because it was just everybody. They just like we got to figure out how to put villains in this shit while Bruce is still a kid. So like to have Azrael's storyline and he just dealing with Gordon is like because it wouldn't make no sense. Because like I said, if you really would continue that story, Gordon knew everything about every villain before Batman even. You know what I'm saying? Like he would have pretty much been Lucius Fox. Like Gordon would be like, I'm Lucius Fox. Like so it's like.
I actually don't think he's a little too old. I feel like you could play fast and loose with those ages.
Yeah.
He was saying he think he's a little too old to play Jean-Paul Valley. That's the one. That's the Azrael who did Batman during the Nightfall. I think there's a second one.
So because the mass public doesn't know much about that character, I think you can play around with the age. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
I don't think his age is integral to like who his character is.
And like I said,
Azrael?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. It's really whenever he got those.
Like Bo, you might like it might be like you and like a few of us that be like, hey man, that age ain't matching. But for the most part, people will just be like,
I know that like, but I mean, it would be like depending where you would add him into Batman's timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Like how old is Batman? You know what I'm saying? Like where you're Batman will be.
And that's the thing. They haven't really been forthcoming with what's going on with that.
But I mean, as far as I was gonna say, because I know all this is kind of stem from like just talking about universes and how the words you was talking about, your word of the day,
slanderism. You know,
I actually do think, and I mean, I don't know, like so like I said, DC got its own issues, but I do feel like what I do like what James Gunn is doing that Marvel isn't doing is that everything plays a part. Like what I'm saying, like when it comes to Marvel cartoons. Like a lot of some of the other random things they don't play in the MCU. Like they're not part of the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like James Gunn is doing something where it's like in different mediums, it's all gonna still be connected. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the comic that he's putting out, whether it be a cartoon that he wants to create now, a random TV show, a movie here, it's always gonna be connected.
He's sort of walking that back, kinda.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
And I'm glad because I don't actually like that.
What?
Nigga, I hate it.
It's because I think you are boxing yourself in too much.
Right.
Now you're saying, okay, this video game, it has to fit. Say if I just wanted to
video games too.
He was saying when he initially came on, he said everything.
I mean, video games is crazy.
So that's where it's like I think you're boxing yourself in because if say DC would have went that route, you wouldn't have got this absolute storyline then because it would have had to fit with the Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman that were going to be on screen. And this absolute storyline is cooking.
But I mean,
absolute storyline is cooking.
Storyline is a separate. Like I thought that had nothing to do with none of this.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you were saying James Gunn was saying I'm going to have his original thing was everything DC is going to be
meaning that,
intertwined.
like, if there's a Batman, if there's a Batman
to do with James Gunn.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what, so James Gunn,
Everything.
he said what he was saying was like, all right, everything in this DC universe. If we doing the movie, if we doing the cartoon, and then if we're doing the video games, and let's say even we're doing an Elseworlds movie, the same voice actor is going to voice all of these characters. The same actor is going to be all of these characters. Everything, just you're going to get the flex, you know. So as an actor, you're probably like, oh shit, I get to play different versions of this character. Cool, that's really dope. But like Did's saying, that's kind of like that's a lot. That's a heavy task.
And remember, this was his first initial argument to all of them.
Yeah.
And he had to change it after Superman because that didn't follow. Like everything didn't line up like it was supposed to. So it's like, yeah, bro.
But I mean, it was only 3 shows we had to really. But I get it but that's only because, and we had this long discussion like then. I remember that. But that's only because he was still trying to use shit from the last run. You said,
but this is that's why I said what I said. Like I get it, but he took it too far by making your own storyline and saying, well, this is what it's going to be, and really committing to it right away when it's like, bro. You just showed us something completely different over here.
I think to be fair, I do think what he meant, and people just took him too literal, is that I am going to have my DC run, because obviously multiple runs in different comics run at the same time. Where he's like you said, it's going to be, I might put out a comic run, I might put out cartoons, animated movies. All of these are going to be a part of my thing. I think that's sort of what he meant. And why he probably has to walk it back more is like, well, shit, I never meant that in the first place, but that's how y'all took it. Let me start clarifying what I really meant.
Right.
Okay.
I think he was just talking The Rock. I think that nigga was trying to show out on The Rock because he like, I won. Bro, nigga, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run all this shit.
I feel like I still got this theory that there was like a poker tape. There was a poker game going wrong. The Rock, he out here because, like I said, it's just so much stuff. I feel like it was a poker game between James Gunn, Zack Snyder, and The Rock. And The Rock was at one point he thought he had the hand because, like, you got to remember, he was like, the changing of the guards is going to change. The power structure is here. And bro, like I said, to his point, he did will to get fucking Henry Cavill back. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he got Henry Cavill back. And then a week later, that James Gunn was like, nigga, wait a minute. And I felt like that's what he was like, nigga. I got a full house, so let me tell you
now. James Gunn has some dirt. There ain't no way.
Because bro, that ending of Zack Snyder run. And the ending of Zack Snyder run to James Gunn was probably some of the most messiest shit that we probably don't even know the full story. From Zack Snyder to The Rock to James Gunn, like bro, whatever happened in that 8 month span was messy as fuck, bro.
DC really is a horror in this space.
It was messy as fuck.
I feel like it's really just a lot. Like that's why I said I feel like these. I don't know what is wrong, and I think maybe that is that. Like maybe DC's actual umbrella is too dark or is too whatever, that it's really hard to really put this on screen or what you're saying, or the fact that it is you're creating all these words. I'm still trying to understand why DC can't get a run like Marvel. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like in some space of it is the fact that Marvel is really our world.
So here's where
very it could happen now. It could be where you have to create so much for DC that's not necessarily us. It's a bigger budget to me, I feel like.
My theory has always been that they tried to jump in way too fast with their big one, right? Because my thing is this, all right, anytime that Marvel and DC has been cooking at the same time is when they are just really doing their own thing, right? Mm-hmm. And setting their own pace and everything like that. The issue that the DCEU had that I always stated was, I was like, bro, y'all got, because I'm DC over Marvel.
Yeah, Rock is crazy.
Yeah, I'm DC over Marvel. I've always been DC over Marvel, but Marvel has been cooking with the MCU, right? So when DC was like, "Oh, we're going to start doing the connected universe," I was excited. But look how fast they jumped to the Justice League, and I get it. More people know the Justice League members than the Avengers members, but one, DC was moving as if they wasn't DC. Like, bro, y'all don't have to jump into this big, you know what I'm saying, team up immediately. Y'all have enough that y'all could have built this universe and got to that same point and had y'all own moment and everything. But it seemed like they just wanted to immediately, they just immediately wanted to compete, and it was like,
they
bro,
believe in the money that's solo movies.
yeah.
I think Marvel solo movies actually made the money before Avengers even came out.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't believe in the money of their solo
Yeah.
movies.
Well, that probably comes more from Warner Brothers.
I think so.
Than
Yeah, I think so.
DC. And obviously, Warner Brothers has been sort of bleeding cash for years. So they probably are like, we don't got the time to wait for this big hit.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I also think that's their biggest problem is like, y'all have characters that you could have done that with. Because traditionally, I think DC is more TV shows anyway, right? So you got the Flash, you got Hulk, not Hulk, but you got all Batman, all of these shows that have been shows on networks for decades. If you'd have just gave us movies, intro movies, whatever, instead of just going right to the Justice League, like I think it would have done better. Like people would have gravitated to those intro movies for that reason, because it's like, I already know of this character. Where Marvel, they kind of did it in a sense where like, yeah, we had Blade, we had Hulk, then they gave us Captain America, then they gave us Iron Man, then they gave you these like lead ups to where it's like, okay, we're gonna have then a Thor, then we're gonna have an Avenger movie, and now we've made you give a damn about characters you never gave a damn about. And so that's the reason why I think DC messed up, is because like, we gave a damn about Flash. Mm-hmm. We gave a damn about Wonder Woman. We gave a damn about Batman. Even Superman. Like, all of these are TV shows your parents grew up watching. And if you would have gave us an intro movie that made sense and that was like, here, this is this first, and then we'll give you Justice League.
Because I mean, they trying to copy the same thing. I feel like they, you know, when the Justice League, when they had that run, they just turned Batman into Nick Fury. Like,
they did.
We'll get that movie out the way. You be the one like reflecting everybody. Like, you trying to follow the same formula. Yeah. Where it's like
they rushed it though, because
they was competing, but you didn't have to.
But that's to King's point, and I think that one, with DC kind of like they stepped on their own foot. Yes, these characters are bigger than the characters that Marvel presented with and started with, right? But the issue is that, like I said, yes, the joke always been, we don't need any more origin stories. You can still give us a solo movie that's not an origin story. The main thing is you need to get us to be emotionally connected with these, not only just the character, the actor and the character, right? We got emotionally connected with, you know what I'm saying, with Robert Downey Jr. being our Iron Man, with, you know what I'm saying, with like we got connected with Chris Hemsworth being our Thor. When you just do a movie and just say, and it's Batman looking at a computer screen saying, oh yeah, there go Ezra Miller as Flash, there go this person as this. Like, we don't got any emotional connection. Yes, we know these characters because we've seen them, but there's no emotional connection. So when they do the team up, it's just like, all right, well, let's see what you got. You know, it's not like, oh, I can't wait. It's just like, well, let's see what you got.
And to take it further, so Marvel gave you the emotional connection not only to the character, but to the environment the character operated.
Yep.
So Tony Stark made you care about Stark Tower.
Right.
Stark Tower stayed there all the way through Avengers. The whole thing.
Hey, you're right.
Spider-Man. You give a damn about where Spider-Man from. Brooklyn. Same with Captain America. That's the first thing that they did. Brooklyn, this, that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You knew Black Widow, where she came from. You knew how she got there through doing the shit with Hawkeye.
Yeah, I mean,
all of this shit, right? But all of these places were visited in their universe, or that's where the movie was headed.
Yeah, because you know what?
Like but I think that's what I hate to do, because I feel like that, like the reason. So I will say this: the reason that Marvel did win, and I will stand on that in that hill and say that, is because they took it. Like, we had Spider-Man for a long time, but like you said, Iron Man, all these characters was like we got a first time shot at this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Batman, we grew up with 5 Bat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting the story where like we didn't get, like you could, like you saying though. We could have an origin of Batman if you stayed with one Batman. And you really gave us like the League of Shadows, like the whole, like his growth, like all those are separate movies.
Even that, where the fuck was Justice League at? Right? The movie. Yeah. Nobody, I didn't care about nothing that was really going on besides y'all fighting Steppenwolf and eventually getting the dark side, right? Yeah. Because you didn't make me care about the environment. Not at all. Where, nigga, when Endgame or all of that happened, I actually cared where you were.
Because they knew
Bro.
Because you knew he was about to say goodbye.
Yeah,
Everything
right.
was-
Everything. Bro, because even in the Flash show, my whole life, I didn't really care about Star. You know what I'm saying? I knew about the Flash. I knew about the Flash Force, Reverse Flash. I knew about Iris and everything like that. Star Labs. I knew that's where he got his powers from, but I didn't have an emotional connection, bro.
You realize the Stars was going through shit.
bro.
Right.
When Star Labs got destroyed, I felt because the reason why I'm bringing this up because when you said about Avengers Towers, I ain't gonna hold you. As much as I love the Thunderbolts, when Allegra Del Fontaine took over the Stark Towers, I definitely felt the way. Like, wait a minute, who's fighting? And I know that happened in the comics.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I know where I was
But
going.
I did feel like there was things that like Marvel made me care about that like DC just kind of skipped over. It was like,
landmarks.
you know what I'm saying?
Progression or character development, whatever they made landmarks that's going to be in. This is the universe.
Well, that's because they had the chance to do that. By the time the first DCEU came out, or DCEU film came out, it was 2013.
Oh, yeah.
Avengers came out. Avengers made 1.5 billion. That's on top of Iron Man probably making probably 500-600. Iron Man 2 probably made another 500-600. Thor might have made 400. So let's say all in the first 4 or 5 films of Marvel might have grossed $3 billion.
Yeah.
DC, I need that.
I know.
And not even DC. Warner Brothers probably was like, well, your first 5 films better do that.
Right.
Because now the world loves superhero
But
movies.
they did it reverse. And you could, bro, if I would have saw like Man of Steel, Aquaman, Flash first, I would have gave a damn. Even Wonder Woman.
But
I would have
because-
cared more about Justice League.
But that's because they started with Superman, and they were like, okay, what else sells really well? Oh,
Right.
Batman and Superman.
Right.
Let's throw them in together. Oh shit! Wait, you know who else we can get that's going also sell? Let's throw in Wonder Woman in that one. So they were just like, how do we fast pace?
Bro, they was like a cheap bar. Let's just get into Long Island because they love it. And they gonna take it and they gonna be happy with it.
Like I said, when you think about that, run, it's just like I said, people don't understand. That's why I say I can understand the energy when people try to even have
I don't know how Suicide Squad got into that early one. I'm looking at the timeline. Suicide Squad was the 3rd DCEU film.
You know what it is?
I don't know how they got there.
It was the Guardians Galaxy.
Because Guardians was like
It was
Guardians.
Guardians.
They were really following Marvel, but
They was like, some random people that y'all don't know. All right, who are
Random criminals.
Oh, he got a crew
that we
called
can band together and the dudes that band together to make sure that they do good.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have one person that can talk to all the niggas, whether it's Guardians or
Oh,
this
that's-
and that.
yeah, so
Like,
we
that's
bring-
Marvel.
Like I said, it was just a buddy movie. It was just a buddy. It was just a buddy group. Like
Interesting. I cut you off. It threw me off when I saw that.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, in other superhero, that's in general, just like in real world superhero and stuff like that. So I mean, I want to talk about it, but Chadwick Boseman got his star in the Walk of Fame.
yeah, I did see that.
And
Yeah,
that was like, bro, that was definitely well deserved because, like, bro, you got to think how short his career was and the impactful roles that he had. Like, it's been really dope. And I know we talked about it. Like, it was crazy because like we was here when we was recording and we had to literally have to stop and pause when the announcement of his passing happened.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy. And it hit us like a bag
It's
of
a really
bricks.
crazy thing.
That's
Like
second half of that
hit us
episode.
like a bag of bricks on that episode. I was like, I did that. Like, there's the 3 celebrities so far in my life that like really impacted me was Kobe, Aaliyah, and Chadwick Boseman. Like, those are the 3 that I
didn't do that for you.
Who?
MJ or Prince? I was hurt by MJ.
I was hurt. We talked about that already on the podcast. I was definitely hurt.
I was definitely hurt, but it didn't hit me how
I
Aaliyah,
was hurt.
how
He was
Aaliyah,
like, bro, this is random. in the bitch.
how
Like,
Aaliyah, Chadwick, and
we podcasted the day Kobe passed.
Yeah, man, Kobe.
Remember that? That was
like
crazy.
I said, those things, like I said, but it was really dope to kind of see him get his star. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what Bo said, like Ryan Coogler's speech was amazing, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, bro, it's like he's like one of actor wise, like a big what if for me, like where his career could have went.
I think his career was already up.
And it definitely was.
He's literally
It definitely
played
was.
so many important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, and I think that's the thing. Like the range of an actor, right? And I think the range of an actor to me goes not necessarily like, oh, how much money you could make out of it.
Mm-hmm.
More or less, the movies that like cannot not be played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people have to be seen this. Like if I send my kid to school and they like, yo, we have a class where they teaching kids about certain history figures. Nigga, a Chadwick Boseman movie better get shown.
Yeah.
At some point
Yeah.
in your educational institution.
Yeah.
And that's important to me because, like, bro, literally, you can't lie that away.
Yeah.
You can't be like, yo, Jackie Robinson, no, nigga, we gotta move it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he did James Brown, and he did it, bro.
Not only he
amazing.
did James Brown, he did Jackie Robinson. He was Thurgood
Marshall,
Marshall. Like he
bro.
played impactful people in Black history.
Bring out Black heroes.
Yeah.
Bro, but he played a lot. Think about it. A lot of the movies that he played where he wasn't a actual historic Black hero, nigga, he was really playing as a Black hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, was it 21 Bridges?
21 Bridges.
I didn't even want to see that movie until I saw the movie and was like mad at myself that I didn't go to the
Same. I didn't go to the theater to see it. I didn't when it hit streaming, I didn't even see it. And then, you know what I'm saying, as I was just diving more into
Five Bloods. I saw that.
Five Bloods.
That was on Netflix.
I was
really
good. I was like, damn, I'm mad I didn't watch this when it was in its run. Bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro was such a dope actor. And when I say, what ifs, it's just like I feel like he still had more that he could have way more.
I think it's amazing that he's like his legacy is left in doing like such important roles, but it also lets you know, for me, because I believe in that. I actually believe in that space of the universe that we do the things that we need to do, and then when it's, once the universe feels that you've done what you are supposed to be doing here, that's when it's time for you to. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I feel like of course, as us being fans of him, the impact that he had on people in his space had to been so strong. You know what I'm saying? I had to been so strong. Like and I believe that because it's like we didn't know there was something wrong with him. Yeah. So like the impact he put on people that in his life that they were like, bro, if you had to, and Chad probably had to tell you that he was going through this, you already in your heart was like, bro, ain't nobody gonna know about this.
Yeah.
You know
But again,
like, I'm gonna really protect you.
Yeah.
Like he probably was that person when people really say in their own group chat, like, bro, protect Chad at all costs.
Well, so the thing, they like I said, the stories that came out after he passed, like he was the shield for a lot of people. Like you got to think, he had such a young career, but he had such a wise mind. So there was actors that was pretty much in his same class, but they would say that, like, bro, he would talk to me like this big veteran. He helped empower me do this. Yeah. Like Daniel Kaluuya talks about it, Michael B. Jordan talks about it, and like I said, remember we had that conversation when we was talking about the next new Black actors. We was talking about Lakeith Stanfield, Daniel Kaluuya, Jonathan Majors, Chadwick Boseman, and you know what I'm saying? He was a lot of people was like, yo, Chadwick Boseman is like my favorite right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's because you can see that. Like you said, you got to think when we talk about superheroes, even in general, in the word of superheroes in this world and everything like that, they always, when they're dealing with shit, they don't let people know because they put that front because they got to be, that beacon of hope for people, right? So the fact that Chadwick Boseman was doing all these roles and doing all the things and only his family knew, and he was still showing face and still like bro, that's powerful. You know what I'm saying?
He was still doing press for it.
Yeah.
Y'all was still doing radio interviews, TV interviews for each movie he put out. Yeah. All while sick, all while losing weight. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like he was really like I think like I feel like that's why I said I feel like it's such a powerful thing probably to his family people because he probably really told them like I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably tell him like, bro, you gotta sit down. Like we trying to keep you alive, dog. He's like, no, bro. Like, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? So
like that was just it was just beautiful to see that, man. So R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. But in other celebration news as well, and this is again another modern day superhero that I believe.
Wait. And you do know y'all have to pay. You have to pay for your own star. I think it's like $125,000, $150,000.
Absolutely, do you?
Yeah.
Old boy that you did the interview with from
Bill Duke
Society.
Bill Duke.
He did a whole campaign to build funds to get his star.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But is there other requirements, or can I say as soon as I jump into the game and get?
I don't know
the full requirements.
You gotta qualify, but you gotta pay.
You gotta pay for it.
Really?
Yes, $85,000. So you get selected. I get like somebody can nominate you and not like they'll It doesn't say what the criteria. Obviously,
So
I'm
it's one of
sure.
those things though. Like if you get down there, you would hope in the space, like because I wouldn't.
I'm so
like if
successful.
I'm not the one looking for a Hollywood star. So if someone be like, "Hey, we nominate you for Hollywood star,"
But
you're kind of hoping that
But see,
people
again,
are running around to get this. You know what I'm saying?
but again, that's generally the industry.
Oh, even a fan could. It says anyone, including a fan, could nominate a celebrity as long as the celebrity and his or her management is in agreement with the nomination.
But see, here's the thing. That's kind of like the industry because even in general, for the awards, you got to pay for that award show entry. Like as a Grammy nominated, you got to pay to submit your film.
Cause it's like essentially like a film festival too. You pay to get into the.
So like all like Grammy, Emmys, like anything, album of the year, film of the year, whatever the case, all those nominations.
You get nominated, you got to pay.
You don't get no money
because what you do is you enter into consideration.
Yeah, you got to. So you got to pay for consideration
because essentially all of that is basically going to pay for the event.
Yeah, and then. So you might pay for consideration and don't even get nominated.
So you hold on, that's what I'm saying. Like so
let's take Geekset, right? If they're doing a podcast year of the year award, right? If we feel like we've done enough in this industry and we want to be nominated, we have to pay for our entry to be considered.
Yeah.
And then the board will determine and say, oh yeah, Geekset, let's put them as a nominee.
Now for the Grammys, there's only $20.
Is it?
Yeah,
really?
it says each entry. It says each entry is a $20 fee.
So I think the albums of the years one. I think those ones are more. No, that's the Grammys, right?
No, it says each entry. That's
why it's a pleasure just to be nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to think, if
That's a lot of money you gotta go
$20,
through.
it's probably millions of
plenty people playing
sitting
that, dropping that 20.
Yeah, $20 is crazy. Like
this is from Grammys.com.
You want to know what's funny? The Webby Awards, right? So I was talking to Watch Mojo, right? I said, I want to be nominated for a Webby. I feel like I did enough work with my voice acting in the Webby and stuff like that. For a Webby, it's like $400 for the entry. How is the Webby more than the
that actually
Grammys?
makes sense. Think about how large the Grammys is.
Yeah.
And you got to figure.
That's what I'm saying though. Like
niggas, $20 per and
like
per
the
category.
Grammy be decked out, so you know how many motherfuckers are.
Yeah, so that's obviously they got sponsors and stuff on top of that. But it actually does make sense because you got to think about how many people are probably like. I feel like I just make good enough music to be on the Grammys. Not every category is such a high listing category where it's like I needed to know that you were on the Billboard charts for this. So think about somebody who made a really dope alternative album that is sweeping across all of these different clubs where people in alternative music love it. Probably like shit. I might as well submit.
Yep. So you really just rally like once you like I said, even if we were saying like Kendrick, like how we we went to the Grammy like album of the year. The label, of course, probably sent the $20 in
per entry.
Per entry. So that also means if you're saying I'm up for album of the year, song of the year,
that's what I'm saying.
Hip hop album of the year.
I'm still putting in like,
but I mean, so what's throwing me though is like, so if you put that in, are you?
You in the conversation.
Do you also gotta get the people behind you now to like back that?
No, you can't. There's a board. That's why you got. There's a board. There's a Grammy board.
This is just to say.
Then I'm really kind of thrown by that idea. Like I don't really like that idea. Then
it's been like that for our whole life.
Because you shouldn't. Like I do agree if you want to submit everything, but if as a board, if I was actually selecting everybody. Like to have one nigga in 5 of the categories because you send me like $80.
But you supposed to.
But that doesn't mean you got. You're talking about the nomination that they're going to read off. This is not what this is. You're not guaranteed to get there.
This is put your name on the list.
Hey, I put out a hip hop album this year. I want you to listen to it as you put together your nominations.
But I was saying when you are nominated, like I said, like when you think about someone who can leave with 4 or 5 awards because they have so many kind of like things. It's like, bro, y'all getting a plethora of songs of all kind of like. If the nigga want album of the year, fine, put him in that category. But like, you shouldn't be like, all right, we're gonna put his album in this category, the song you submitted in this category, this other song. Like, bro,
but it's the board. So let's say if you got 5,000 people on the hold on. I know what he's saying. But let's say, all right, so you submit it, you get on that list, right? Then there's 5,000 people on the Grammy board that nominates, right? And then everybody gets to submit their names. So out of that 5,000, if 3,500 of them say, oh yeah, Kendrick got album of the year, Kendrick got song of the year, stuff like that, then you got to put in the nominations to drill down. Because then once you drill down the nominations, then you bring it back to the board and everybody got to vote on the actual nominations. So the process, because like I said, I think Pacino's on the actual Grammy board. in general. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can get on the Grammy board, you got to pay for the fee, but you can be on the board or you can be on any of these award show boards, and where you get to kind of vote on, you just got to pay a fee. And then when you submit who you think, like, you know what I'm saying, who should be in these categories, then they drill it down, and then you gotta have to do it again. So this one for the Grammy, you got to be a part of the recording. Yeah, you got to be part of, like, there's requirements. I mean, there's still requirements, but again, so it's like you got to think, like, I get what you're saying, but you got to remember, once they get the results, they can't control the results. So if 3,500 people are saying the same thing, then yes, Kendrick is different.
I guess that would throw me off, because it's like, if I'm submitting album of the year, song of the year, video of the year, whatever, all on the one, like, my album is one thing, that's a collection. But usually, in most cases, like the song, all that, it's like damn near the same song. Like, I'm just telling you, like, this song should be in all these categories. I guess what throws me is, even, and I'm talking from a more of an artistic space, is like, there's so many other people in the world, though. So like it definitely shows that all it is by stats.
Well, not stats. It's only by who gets submitted, right? So let's say if you got the craziest video out right now, right? But you never spend that 20 to get submitted in, I can't consider you as better than that. But if you did, then it's really it's my personal ability. It's my personal choice. So if I'm watching Kendrick and I watch yours, and even though you got the craziest, dopest video, but I'm like, I kind of really fuck with this Kendrick more. It's my vote.
I guess from what y'all just described to me, it opened my eyes, and maybe I don't watch a lot of award shows, but I've never seen no one win an award that I'd never heard of then.
That's good, yeah.
Oh wait, are you saying like you assume that people got picked?
Yeah, like I mean, my thing is, for one, I've always thought that it was definitely based off stats, not like, you know, say like your sales or whatever through.
Well, because some people
gonna
go for that for sure. Some people,
but still, it doesn't matter. Like if fucking Taylor Swift did not apply, so she's not on the ballot. And they were like, well, her album came out on time, and she was like, yeah, I just didn't apply in time. So that's what the thing is like, it's not that people have to pick you or there's a board that goes, you know, yeah, Trippie got a dope ass record, he should be a nominee. You have to still somebody has to.
But my thing is, like I said, because like you said, it still gets narrowed down. So like I said, living in the world that we live in, and just like you're not gonna tell me there's only like 100 motherfuckers submitting. Like,
no.
But when you think about the music, like the awards is like the top 5 that you've known of that year.
Yeah,
but so to be fair, that is probably what. Who's to say they might get 100,000 submissions for every category every year?
That's what I'm saying.
And
but all that shit might be asked too, though.
Yeah, but it can't be.
It could. Now what you're talking about though is sort of how they voted. That might have. So I don't think one impacts the other. Let's say it's a group of 1,000 that pick all of these. That 1,000, majority of them might all have been like, well, I already know what my top 5 albums, my top 5 whatever, you know, that is. Cause I think they pick it like, you know, you're a specialist in these categories. So like for hip hop, those 1,000 might have been like, I know what my top 5 hip hop albums is, but I have to listen to all of these other ones. There's other 100,000 that are submitted. I'm sure they're probably not listening to every single one of them.
We were talking about the integrity of it now.
That's what I mean. That's what.
But again, but you gotta think there's going to be,
but that's going to be the case regardless.
There's going to be a handful of people who probably do listen to everything and watch everything, and there's going to be a handful of people like, I already know my top 5, so I'm just doing my top 5.
That's what I said. Like,
that's the nature of the business.
Right. That's what I said. But in the clarity of understanding what y'all saying, like that's like the awards. There's never been an award given to somebody then that is a nobody. That's like, even if it was video of the year, because like that means that if you still crafted something that was like, bro, this is. You found some underground new video, like we created new talent, some new whatever. It's like, bro, we like Kendrick video.
Well, you got to get enough people to vote on it. And that's the main thing.
So I do understand the space of like marketing. Like I said, we can submit ourselves, but you're gonna still need that show. Like if someone does look for you, they're gonna look at like, well, this nigga ain't got no. Like,
that's why a lot of like, if they are serious about it, that's why you start seeing the campaigns. That's why you notice like. Some of these movies where Netflix will put it out for a week in theaters, it's so it can get to the Oscars, and now oh shit, well, why is Denzel Washington going on all these random ass podcasts and stuff?
Yeah.
Because he's on his Oscar campaign.
Yeah.
He's here to get in front of people to talk about his film.
Yeah.
So that way it's not necessarily
you can't because you really can't promote after you submit.
Yeah, you can't because if you submitted it,
you're right.
If you submitted
staying
it,
on people's minds.
Right.
I just want say I submitted my film came out February of this year, and the Oscars ain't till obviously February next year. So I didn't make it for the Oscars 2025, but I wanted to be on 2026. Well, shit, I need to be in your head for a year.
Yeah, I need you to see me. I need to do it.
So we're just saying in general, like just work. Like,
that's why you see people like when especially with movies, people go like this is
it's Oscar bait.
Oscar bait. You'll see it. People will say this is Oscar bait, and you like you said you're seeing the beats already, and then you're like, oh, I know what they're doing, and then they are even when they're talking about it, they're talking about in the interviews. That's when you get the interviews like, yeah, I really had to tap into myself. I changed.
So that's why like I said, that's why there are Oscar campaigns. I'm sure there are Grammy campaigns. We hear more about the Oscar campaigns, I think, because they go more lavish with it.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing the billboards and stuff. But it's the same thing.
Was the Source Awards on that like that?
Probably.
That's I feel. I now can understand why that's too many niggas.
Because that seems like the norm for all award shows.
But I think that's the issue with Black award show in general is the fact that you can't control a person once they feel like they money on the line. And then you also got to think the win increases their money as well. Because labels and their distribution companies are like, bro, got a grand.
Let's see if I can
find
it.
I feel like
are definitely
who just did an interview?
I feel like that's what I said. I feel like I hate that space because I feel like do the Grammys really have like an indie category?
No, I never seen an indie.
That's what I hate about it in that space because like I said now, like when you hear like a Drake or a Whitney or Beyonce sweeping the Grammys, it's like, bro. It is favoritism. Like it is like a bro. Like,
but even I guess
it's a machine behind it.
I guess
no, it's not. It was really what he said. It's a layout of your year and your workload. If you gonna have like you said, a Grammy award winning project, you choose when you drop it, but you also need to have a campaign behind keeping yourself relevant. So a lot of people, like you say, do movies or press tour. They'll drop another album right before the Grammys to remember the first album.
But I mean, but it also
it's a strategy, but it's also it's to get this award to better my career.
But that's also like I say, like I feel like that's why I said I get why. So like even what y'all saying now, I can understand why the Clips is in the list.
Well, is it?
They had a great run. So like I've never thought about seeing the Clips in the.
So is it because they're giving? Because I would feel like that mindset shouldn't have changed. Like that, them having to pay $20 per fee or per submission shouldn't have changed your mindset on that.
My thing, I think, but it's only because of what y'all say now. Like because now it made everything that they've been doing. By
the way, the Oscars has zero cost to actually submit. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either.
Zero cost?
Yeah.
For the Oscars? Okay.
Let me double check and make sure this is in a specific program.
But for me, it's like because now that's what I do see that. Like when we talk about like when the Clips was coming out and like, man, they had an amazing press run. These niggas talk about all this shit, whatever. It's like if that was that
but they didn't do that. No, they did that for themselves.
I mean, they did for the album, but it does help. Like
no, I don't. So this is my thing. Like
two things can be true.
Right. And not saying what they did was different than what somebody would do to encourage themselves to get that Grammy. But what I believe they did that was to show what they had to do in their original album.
Exactly.
So for them, it was like this is old school rap.
Mm-hmm.
We had to drop the record. We had to do this, promo before and after and the tour and everything else. Y'all just not used to it, and that's why y'all wasn't successful.
Yeah.
But I also believe it could be looked at as, they did that in hopes to get on this.
But I mean,
it aligns with the label.
It aligns
because when you hear Malice talk, Malice, like I said, I've been listening to a lot of more Malice interviews and everything like that and Malice said, bro, the level that Pusha T has kept the name of the Clips at this prestige. It was really dope for me just to even jump back in it. He said that, the conversations that he had with his pops, and get back in it. He said, one, he's just having fun being able to rap with his brother and everything like that. But he's like, one, we're not sacrificing anything. We're not changing anything. We're just taking it back to grassroots of who we are. Right. So it just so happens that also aligns with a Grammy run.
Right.
You know, that aligns with that.
But that's a strategy that you learn.
But and that's what I'm saying, because like my thing is, like I said, like you're gonna do, like I'm not saying they doing the things to do it. Like I said, I get what y'all saying. Like two things can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like you said, like when we was talking about rap, I think when we were talking about the Grammy, like they rapped at the Vatican. I'm like, is that supposed to be important? But it might be Grammy.
Yeah, it is. No,
like, you know what I'm saying?
No one had no.
But again,
hip hop artist, no rapper or hip hop artist. I don't even know if another artist in general, period, has ever performed in the Vatican.
But I
they are the you don't, because you just said that would go according to a Grammy run. No one has been authorized.
As far as
but so wait, to Bacardi's point though, I get what he's saying is he personally don't care about that. A lot of people probably
is that important? What it is to rap, because
is it?
Yes. The global outreach to Italy. That's
huge, bro.
This is Italy,
in hip hop, bro. You got to think, in hip hop, we're still such a young culture and everything like that. And we've been a culture that's been chastised that we're not real music and everything.
Right.
For us to be in the Vatican, that is a huge step for hip hop culture and in general, bro. That is huge.
Look, the fact that the founders of hip hop was rapping in warehouses over DJ beats.
I think
let me get this off.
Okay.
The fact that the founders was rapping in warehouses and alleyways over hip hop beats on speakers on niggas regular everyday shit. The fact that that's where we started, and them people still alive, bro. We have to understand something. In a short time of less than 45 years, we went from a warehouse to the Vatican, where you don't get it. No one can just walk in there and start performing, bro.
I mean, I guess you said
this is a globally recognized.
So it was a music
place,
festival.
So
it wasn't just them.
No,
it wasn't just them. But still.
It wasn't just them.
They were just part of it.
Yeah, so it was Pharrell.
Hold on. Yeah.
So it was Pharrell, Voices of Fire Choir. I don't know who that is. Andrea Bocelli, John Legend, Jennifer Hudson, Karol G, Clips, Teddy Swims, Jelly Roll, Bam Bam, Angelique Kidjo, Ariana Bergasmachi, Volo, and the choir of the Diocese of Rome.
You want to know what's funny?
I only know the nigga names.
So when you think about the Vatican, right?
You don't know Jelly Roll? I thought you would know Jelly Roll.
Yeah. But when you think about the Vatican, and let's say even
Teddy
with
Swims got a good song.
even with them doing the music festival, right? When you say, okay, we need representation of hip hop, in my head, it would just be Pharrell. In my head, the Vatican, for the world, as the world leaders, they would pick Pharrell because he's safe.
Yep.
Nigga, they had the clips talking about ballerinas, which is a metaphor for coke.
I mean, I get. I mean,
at the Vatican.
And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's me personally. How I think about it, because like it ain't. It's to me. I understand what everybody says about like the feat of it is, but it's really like I don't care about the Vatican. Like that's not an important. Like you know what I'm saying.
So
like, how
I
people
guess
look at that like it's just like, bro. That's for one. I don't.
So
I'm
you
not
don't.
in that space.
So
like,
that
I don't.
that religious and cultural
Yeah.
importance of the Vatican, you don't have
like,
that.
I don't really
But
feel
again,
like-
so to your point though, in the Grammy board, you may have that, right?
Right.
But then the other 999 people be like, that's huge, and that's how they win.
That's why I said like
That's how they win.
Person, it is a 50-50. But if I'm I'm voting. It could be a really big,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that really could be a really big thing, like because you do have a mixed bag of people in the world who just like I love the clips, but I didn't even know they did that till y'all told me.
Yeah, I do think that. I wonder how many people because the way it was told to me until I read this press release, and I guess Disney put this together. This is on Disney. This is on Disney Plus. So I'm assuming they must have had something to do, or they're just I don't know if they put it together or they just took the exclusive streaming rights. But it was on Disney Plus. So one, it does say it's the first concert that has taken place in the heart of Vatican City. So
shit, that's dope.
So this is the first time of that. So that is dope. But the way it was pushed to me was
only
Clips did this. I didn't even know Pharrell was there.
No. It was pushed to me that they were the first rap group to be allowed.
I knew it was.
No,
I knew it was a festival.
I knew it was a festival.
But I didn't care. Like I said, to Bacardi's point, I didn't really give a fuck about everybody else that was at the Vatican performing. The Clips was there.
But see, that's the thing. Like,
I know what you're saying.
Jennifer Hudson was there. Like they're her names.
Jennifer Hudson didn't make sense.
But that's why I
The
said
clips
But
don't make sense.
To be honest, you could have gave me any of these names, and I'd have been like, "Why the fuck is a concert going on at the Vatican?" So it's not even.
Really, what I would think it is because I know it's probably opera. It's
But
probably,
that's the thing.
it's probably some type of. No, I'm saying.
No, what he's saying, like, with the
Like,
area.
I assume they're gonna have a concert there. It was gonna definitely have some opera.
Yeah, and I can see Jennifer Hudson
all that
tapping in her opera bag.
Like,
It makes sense.
Like,
But you
said
said the clips.
nigga, we talking about like regardless of that.
Cause you told me Jelly Roll. I don't know what the fuck is we doing.
I would have said that too.
Jelly
Jelly Roll would have got me like, wait, why is Jelly Roll there?
She said that I didn't know their name was like I can see them being there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
The Jelly Roll and the clips is the two that I would have been like, what?
I was gonna say Jelly Roll. I definitely don't understand why.
Yeah.
No, Carol G. Her music is very
I don't know
sexual.
who that is.
So
though.
she
sexual.
she a Latin artist, and her music is very sexual.
She's secure. She out here.
She bad though. I ain't gonna hold you. She bad though.
She bad though.
She bad,
So
though.
she's thinking about her being bad.
Of course she is. I mean,
In the back, like even in my mindset is like if I live out there and you get a whole bunch of American ass niggas coming to see this concert, I'm mad.
but see, I guess to
That's
what
my point. You aren't going. I'm not going. That's what I'm saying.
But you would've went to a
No,
people.
you're not listening, bro. We couldn't. We don't have access.
So was it just for the Vatican? Like was it just for the people in the Vatican? Like,
No,
the city?
you're not. Look, bro.
no, it said there were 230,000 people there.
Listen, if you know, you can go. We don't know. Nigga, that's how you just said. We didn't even know what was going on. That's all I'm saying about being able to have that access and being picked to be in that type of environment, bro. Like, I understand it now. It's certain environments, it's certain events, in certain places we will never get access to.
Right.
And that's just socially how it's set up. That's one of them events. Rock Nation brunch. We ain't going, bro.
Oh, we can get there.
I feel like
Yeah, that's
We ain't going next year.
oh, we ain't gonna be there next year.
Exactly. So
I
that's
don't
my
think
point.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I've already saw it in my head. Geekset at the Rock Nation brunch, bro.
Oh, this is just a basic public concert. So like, this is people were.
Word.
I'm literally reading.
know.
You could have
I
bought
know.
tickets.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, you could just buy tickets. It's at St. Peter's Square.
Right.
So like, that's
I mean,
an open
it's a
ass.
spot.
Yeah.
It's a tourist spot. So I'm like, yeah. Like, but it was like, so was it actually the first this concert?
No, this was a first concert.
This is
They
the first
said they
concert.
haven't had concerts
They
there.
Pope America or something.
He from the south side of Chicago.
This was the
the new pope. The new pope.
the
Yeah.
new pope.
Oh yeah. The new pope definitely.
Somebody had something to do with this.
Bro, that'd be crazy.
Apparently-
That's his first
apparently-
business in order.
Hey,
I need clips in there. I need clips in there right now. I need to show y'all this shot.
For real, like, hey, you think I slide clips in?
So the
I
creative
definitely
director.
believe that. I
So the
believe
creative
it.
director, yeah, because it says the creative director of the concert was Pharrell and Andrea Bocelli. Like those are the two. Andrea Bocelli, he's he's Italian singer.
Was he in the festival?
He was one of the people there too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was still singing or if he was just
Just
because
the director.
he was also creative director with
Who
Pharrell.
gave you who gave y'all?
Pharrell.
The world loves Pharrell,
I'm
bro.
saying, like, who just gave y'all the okay to do this?
Like,
Like,
right.
Oh,
Nigga,
so
For the
shots, the shots out, bro.
so what it is this is
He from
it
63rd.
makes sense from a Catholic Church perspective. Now we're showing that we are for everyone, right?
Yeah.
It completely makes sense
So
for the
it
Catholic.
was like a Catholic festival.
Well, it don't make sense, but it makes sense because they ain't never showed that. If
But that's what when
Yeah,
you
that's
getting
why
a
it
young,
makes
when you're
sense,
getting a
yeah.
younger, more
That's what I'm
progressive.
saying.
So like,
in the crowd with pamphlets.
this
Like,
is
you know what I'm saying?
this is 100% a
Yeah.
marketing thing from the
Yeah,
Catholic
this is
Church
new
perspective.
Catholic.
It's just none of this takes away from how dope it is.
Yeah.
But it's like
This is the new
when you
Catholics.
think about
They're
it,
like,
like,
all right,
okay, yeah, the
It's the
sexual trap.
reason why.
Yeah, like
I literally just heard a report that that was the biggest issue right now with the Catholic Church was not feeling relevant. Like they're losing people.
Yeah.
They say
Right.
every Sunday not coming because it's just
They
you
just
know,
feel
they
so
don't feel like it's
old.
relevant.
Yeah.
So old.
So they was like, oh yeah, no, we cool, man. Look at it. We got the clips.
I think it was like his birthday celebration.
No, that's even crazy.
Because his birthday, because it was
flyer. I need to see the flyer.
because
Where's the flyer?
the thing is the thing happened on the third.
The chicks, like, hey, celebrating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
a couple bottles of holy water.
Gotta put that Keanu Reeves grill in that shit. Like,
Yeah, the thing was on the 13th.
Hey, him, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Hey, come turn up with your boy.
Saturday the 13th. His birthday was Sunday the 14th of September. And you know you're not going to throw a concert on the day we have at church.
Pope attire in the bulletproof box.
He was not in the Pope attire, but he had the Pope drip. It was Pope inspired.
He might have Chicago seed. Right on
The Pope inspired. Like,
hey, what if he came out with the Pelly with the Chicago on the back?
Okay, so like I said, so even when you break it down more and more to me, it just still takes more value. Like I don't care about the but like I said, as a Grammy person that was like, if I got the role and I'm paying this money to nominate people, and I'm a hip hop head where I'm picking this the category I want to be in, yes.
That's definitely a huge.
Like I would be like, yes, nigga, these niggas did the Vatican.
Yeah, right.
But as a consumer, and I agree with you, you can say like it's a great thing for hip hop. If you care about the Vatican, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you care about the religion and what it's doing, yes. But even with this, you tell me like niggas trying to recruit people. Like,
I don't equate it to the religion. I equate it to the location.
Me too. The
Like,
historic value of
you're
that
thinking of
location.
it as something Catholic. I'm thinking of it as these niggas went to a place that don't give a fuck about rap like that. American rap. And was like, we need that.
Like, bro, they hear, they be like, bro, that's the slap right there. That goes crazy.
And I said, I give it that space because I do understand the reach. Like I said, it could be anybody they picked.
Yeah.
So I can.
Actually, it tracks more that Pharrell because
Pharrell part of it,
like.
So I mean, like I said, it could have been if Pharrell wouldn't have been on there. If they'd have picked anybody else, they might have been a homie that would have got. You know what I'm saying?
You also gotta think you have to equate that they considered them when they chose Pharrell because they all run together.
Yeah.
So they probably that's just like when they picked up Jay-Z. You knew his friends is gonna be performing. So if I'm gonna choose Pharrell, I'm gonna take the chance that these niggas come in.
Yeah, or even Pharrell.
That's the funny thing about Pharrell. You don't know which Pharrell you're gonna get.
I'm like, you'll get me.
If you could have went safe and went and got Will.i.am.
Well, that's it. Pharrell could get like with Pharrell, you can get Gwen Stefani, you can get LMFAO, you can get Will.i.am, or you can remember Pharrell's on both sides. Right. You can get Pharrell. He could be in this hip hop battle. Like, all right, I'm bringing Nori, I'm bringing Clips, I'm bringing Snoop. Like you never know which Pharrell you gonna get. Like,
and like I said, I think if it does become an annual thing or whatever, I think it's definitely a dope idea. I think it's still great that in the first year we got represented. Like I do respect that. Like in the first year that we
how do you think wasn't nobody cheesy?
How do you think Blurs at the Vatican goes?
I don't know.
You know what the Vatican say? Welcome back to the Geekset podcast.
At the Vatican.
At the Vatican.
What
topic we bring it to the Vatican Geekset live?
Pause before I get
another historical moment, man. Like I said, Michael Jai White, man, you know what I'm saying? He just got the Bruce Lee Award at the 11th annual, what was it called? I'm gonna get it. The 11th annual Asian World Film Festival. But
he paid for that.
No, he's the first non-Asian to win that award. Now here's the thing. Because listen here, Asian culture, because there's so much on pride and everything like that, I would believe if they said that there's no pay entry fee. If they told me, I don't know much about the Asian World Film Festival, but I can see them like standing on business.
This is the Asian World Film Festival. He won the Bruce Lee Award for martial arts.
I'm reading what details.
Movies they go off of?
I don't know, but
I'm reading.
You act like he don't deserve it. It's Michael Jai White, nigga.
As a martial artist,
It's trained John Jones.
It was a true martial. Like I guess I'm trying to think because if it's a martial arts award, then yeah. Like I mean,
no, it's an Asian World Film Festival.
But like I said, it's like now it's like what movie? Because
because you got to think the Bruce Lee Award,
the movies that Michael Jai White did, they didn't really utilize his actual talent.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He's fighting every
film.
I mean, I'm talking about as far as like.
So hold on. It's called the Bruce Lee Awards. Because remember, Bruce Lee is the most famous martial artist actor. That to the point, like he is that, like, you know what I'm saying? His film. No, I'm talking about Bruce Lee's films.
No, I'm talking about that White.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you got to think what Bruce Lee brought to the films. Michael Jai White is pretty much a student of that, bringing those the same type of.
But I'm saying, like, but what movies are they going off of? Because, like, what movies that Michael Jai White, like, are we going off his people? Are we going off, like,
movies? His whole career, I'm assuming that's a career award.
Because I mean,
the Bruce Lee Award is most likely going to be a career award because what Bruce Lee did as his career with his films.
So, can I ask you a question? What movie did he not do martial arts in?
Like, well, I'm talking when I talk about martial arts, I'm talking about like he's an action. Like to me, Michael J. White's an action hero.
Again, what movies besides Tyler
Remember,
Perry
he does his own stunts.
did he not do action or karate in?
But what I'm saying is, like, what are they? Like, I haven't seen Michael J. White do nothing in a very long time. So I'm saying, like, what were the movies that they like? Are they going off his like straight to DVDs that I've never watched?
Yeah,
career.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
career.
I'm going off the
career means everything.
Think about all of the
You so
different.
slanderous, dog.
Yeah, he's so slanderous right now, G.
No. This nigga was in Batman. This nigga is Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
Bro,
This nigga has been in so many.
No, he was in a live action. Black Dynamite was a live action first.
Oh, yeah, it was a live
You
action.
so slanderous that I just it's so wild, bro.
The black
It's wild.
What are you about, bro? I'm not agreeing with you. Don't look at me like I'm about to agree with you. I'm disagreeing with you here.
I love Black Dynamite because I know Michael J. White is a martial artist and he did a blaxploitation martial arts film. So, like, I'm not saying it was like true karate or something like that, but it's like, bro, you was really like, you know what you're doing here.
But all his film, most of his films, he's doing actual hand-to-hand combat.
What it means to have the Bruce Lee Award. Like, what is that? Are you looking it up, Dish?
Yeah, I can't figure out what this award actually is. Tony Jaa got it one year though. That's dope.
Got one?
Who's Tony Jaa? Oh yeah.
Tony Jaa, he dope.
I mean, I know Tony Jaa. I know the fight that you're saying.
I really can't. I'm trying to figure. Oh, here we go right here. Here we go right here.
Came out with a movie.
Here you go right here.
Every year.
Who?
Michael J. White.
Bro,
maybe I don't follow him.
Doing karate.
I'm tripping. Like,
So-
I'm a huge Michael J. White
Me
fan.
too.
That's why I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You sound like him with Ice-T. Like, all the movies Ice-T did, he never watched. You just sat here like, what's the last Michael J. White film
Yeah,
you
that is a good question. Oh, wait, hold on. Why you think about that, Ditch?
The award itself is to recognize an individual who has made a significant legacy in martial arts and film.
Michael J. White.
Michael J. White is, but that is good.
But I mean, I get that though, because you were going like you. Even if I never seen the movies, I mean, y'all, even like y'all saying this nigga, so how way or ever he pops out a martial arts movie once
And
a
he's
year.
one of the most decorated martial artists in the world.
in the world.
You said what?
He's one of the most
like
decorated martial artists in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're taking away from his martial arts credit. I'm trying to, like I said, if it was the Bruce Lee Award for martial arts, I'm like, yes.
But that's
I'm
essentially
asking,
what it is.
That's what I'm telling you.
It's an award part of the film industry, so I was asking, like, well, what movies?
That's what
would they have been.
That's what
career.
Yeah,
But so to be fair, y'all, no,
it's all.
because I just been listening to y'all, and before Bacardi asked that specific question, y'all said, "Oh my God, nobody knew what the award was for."
I said
no,
career.
no, nobody knew what the award was because nobody knew until I read. You didn't answer him.
I did. Hold on.
You didn't answer him.
I legit said.
Until you said what the word.
Hold on.
the word
I
for
legit
it.
said.
Fair.
I legit said, as a comparison, I said it's called the Bruce Lee Award. So what Bruce Lee did with martial arts in his film, Michael J. White is essentially doing the exact same thing. I said that verbatim.
I said
that
he has
verbatim.
dropped a action movie where he does
But
martial
Bacardi's-
arts in every movie that he's dropped for the last however many years.
And when Bacardi said,
Bacardi
what
said
movie,
one
I said
movie.
career.
But I mean,
I said
every
career
year
multiple
with
times.
actual martial arts in it.
And
Not
Bacardi-
saying he just because he got a couple weird movies
Yeah.
where he'll do shit, but he has
The
action
movie.
martial arts movies
And that's
every year.
And as a career, it mirrors what Bruce Lee was doing
Right.
as his career
Right.
in
To
film.
display
You know what I'm saying?
their forms of martial arts.
Like I said, it
But
wasn't like I said. I'm
Bacardi
pretty
was
sure
asking
if it was a
what-
martial arts just a award, it was based off of some martial arts master. But when you name it the Bruce Lee Award, obviously it's talking about the work of martial arts in film.
Right.
Yeah, but
Are
Bacardi
you
was
saying
also
obviously?
asking
Like,
what
yes,
film,
obviously.
because-
That's what I just answered with. It's a lot.
Obviously, and
He has films. You just haven't seen.
it's called and it's the 11th annual. What I said, 11th annual. I want to make sure I get it right, but it was a film award. I said it was a film award from the get go.
No, you said it was. You said it was.
11th annual Asian World Film Festival.
That's what I said. So this is the thing of this. We just came out of award thing to this.
Mhm.
So like the thing I asked was like, what movie did they
movies
use for him to win this award? And y'all like, and once it did, what he said, like, bro, it's like, I mean,
It's
you
a
said his
lifetime
career.
award.
I'm like, I get his career, but is it like I'm like, yes, I haven't followed Michael Jordan. Like, do we got recent movies that I'm like, are y'all going off of what I remember in the past of him? Like,
but we don't know what you're relatively remember.
So, but I'm asked. So I was asked like,
the thing was, I was saying, Bacardi legit was asking the question, and y'all were outraged that he even had the nerve to ask the question.
My outrage is because he ain't got nothing but fight movies.
But I didn't ask what movies. Yeah, I was asking what movies that was actually not.
Right, but it wasn't a movie award. It was a film. It was the career.
We didn't know it was his career until read the whole.
No, but I was saying it. Nobody was just listening to me.
I was trying to research.
You said it was a Bruce Lee. Like the Bruce Lee Award doesn't have film in it. It's a Bruce Lee Award, and you said it was at this film festival. So I said, what movie won the award? You know, like,
the reason why I'm saying, and my reaction is this way because he only drops fight movies. He has maybe one in the three with the Tyler Perry movie.
But I mean,
in the last 3 years where he didn't fight in the movie. But generally, every movie.
But I think what you're saying, like the blow up y'all saying, like I wasn't saying that the nigga don't do fight movies.
But
I was
you also
asking
didn't
what
say
movie.
you also didn't say like your level of knowledge of movie. Because I would assume you would already know. Shit, at least
I ain't gonna hold you. I assume every black person knows, like Michael Jai White. If I feel like to me, if you hear Michael Jai White wins the Bruce Lee Award in the Asian Film Festival, to me, I assume every black person like that makes sense.
No. Did you see Blood and Bone?
No, like I said. So if y'all asking me personally, in my mind, the nigga wanted it in because of Spawn. That's the last thing my fucking remember seeing.
Bro, that's crazy.
I ain't gonna hold you. Wow. I was listening to y'all talk. I didn't know this nigga was still acting.
I didn't either.
I didn't know this nigga was still acting.
This nigga was training.
You know what?
That is crazy. That is
wild. But to y'all defense,
like Michael Jai White ain't popping up with my TNT.
I'm not saying to y'all defense though. He does a lot of to streaming movies. Like they go straight to
that's
streaming.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's as blasphemous as y'all are making it to seem.
If you're not a big Michael Jai White fan, you're not going to be.
I'm not saying that.
You know what? No. I'm not gonna let this shit ride. We all know Carl Jones, nigga. We all know Carl Jones.
Right.
So y'all not gonna tell me that y'all don't know who Black Dynamite is. Y'all not gonna tell me that y'all ain't seen the movie.
Yeah, I see.
And that's been out way past Spawn.
That definitely.
I didn't say Spawn was like. I said I didn't know he was still acting.
But I mean,
that's
crazy.
That's crazy to me.
You
looked at me crazy when I said that, but I'm like,
because that's crazy to me.
The blaxploitation film, like, bro, I know he's
but what did he do in it?
But he's doing blaxploitation martial arts.
But what was he doing in it? Kung Fu.
Blaxploitation martial arts.
Kung Fu. Who interrupted my Kung Fu?
That's another word. Another word for you, Kilo.
Hey, Bo, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't watch Vlad. I don't watch Vlad, fam. That meant zero to me. I don't watch Vlad.
This is good.
This is he was saying he's constantly doing interviews. I don't watch Vlad. Vlad is actually black. So his shit doesn't pop up.
This is why it's so blasphemous to me. To me, this is that's equivalent of somebody be like, oh wait, Samuel L. Jackson still be doing movies? That's the same level. That is the same level, bro.
Samuel Jackson do a lot of big great movies.
DVD.
I'm just saying.
No, he do plenty of it. He do plenty of it.
But
he do.
But he got way more.
He got some trash out here.
I mean, he do, but he got way more. As actually, I've seen him.
I'm just saying, to me,
but that's you though. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. To me, it's wild for somebody to be like, I ain't know Michael Jai White was so active. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold that.
Never Back Down.
That's really crazy to me, bro.
Like it's plenty of them that went to the theater. Barbara Rising went to the theater.
So I'm looking at the last thing that I saw him in, and it was this episode of Blackish. He's done 3 things since then. So don't get the fuck out my face when y'all talking about it. Fucking blasphemous. This nigga did 3 things in 5 years, and I'm supposed to keep up with those 3 things.
What was the 3 things?
Pump, I don't know what the fuck that is. Kingdom Business and the Family Business New Orleans.
What is
I'm just going. The last thing I see on this filmography from this list, it might not be an accurate list because clearly niggas don't know everything this fucking nigga did. Shout out to him for still being a working actor. But I'm just saying, it's not a fucking outrage that a nigga don't know.
That came out in 2023. So
what was it called?
Outlaw Johnny Black.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's the thing with Tony Baker. Tony Baker's in that. Yeah.
Was he doing kung fu in that?
I didn't see
it.
He
was fighting. He was playing in a fight.
You wanna know who I knew? You don't know who I knew was in that movie? Tony Baker.
Which is crazy to me, bro.
That's
wild to me, bro. Like Tony Baker,
I wouldn't have known about that.
Even when Tony Baker talked about it, he talked about how iconic it was to be able to work with the iconic Michael J. White.
I never said the nigga wasn't iconic.
Like, my thing
No,
is,
nigga, you didn't ask about he did shit since Blackness. So
You don't got a lot of
White
did shit for years.
like,
That thing about 2023.
like y'all fandom is really
It's
gatekeeping
crazy.
right now.
It's Michael J. White. Y'all just said y'all
Bro,
block
hold
what
on.
he did.
So here's
While
the-
you yourself are listen. Y'all
Am I supposed to watch Black? Like, I don't give a fuck about Black.
If you don't,
What are we
watch
talking
the
about?
platforms he drop on, if you don't watch his promo stuff, then you won't catch him.
So here's why.
So why is that blasphemous then? That's
I'm
what
gonna
tell you why. I'm gonna
Yes,
tell you why.
you wouldn't have jumped
I'ma
out a
tell
nigga.
you
You
why.
wouldn't have jumped
Let
out a
me
nigga
answer your
if he
question.
said he ain't seen
Let
shit
me
if
answer
it
your
wasn't
question.
blasphemous.
Let me
Like,
answer
what are
your
we
question.
fucking talking about
Do you
here?
want me to answer your question or you want to yell?
Bubbling.
Continue,
You want
fam.
me to answer your question or you want to yell? The reason why it's blasphemous, and this is literally when this got announced, everybody in the world that I've seen, on podcasts, everything.
You didn't talk to your brother then.
Hold
Because
on.
I didn't say
You
shit.
Let me finish. Everybody in the world, everybody was like, "Oh, that's dope. This makes sense. This makes sense." This is the first time I've seen anybody was like, "Wait, what he been doing?" This is the first time.
I mean, but my
First
thing,
time.
But my thing said mine came literally from the lead off of us talking about awards and submitting stuff. So I'm like, oh, he won the awards. Like, what movie? Like, because my thing is like, I don't know the recent. So like, man, if y'all tell me the recent movie that would have been part of this award.
But this is a career world.
Right. And now I'm learning from y'all. This nigga got a longer career than I thought he did. Like, that's all I'm learning now. Like,
Right,
but I never said Michael J. White is a terrible.
That's the thing. That's the problem with so many people as fans right now. You
slicing and be like, I know who he is. Like, I know this nigga's a legend. Like, you'll say, but I actually thought that he was actually just training niggas in martial art. Like, I did not know he was still taking straight to DVD movies or straight to streaming movies. I thought he was in his break, I ain't say the nigga wouldn't do another movie, but I thought he was in a break of his life where he was.
But even so, as a career award, it makes like why would you think about that?
I learned Black is the last movie I saw.
Like, but again, as a career award, Michael J. White, Bruce Lee Award. To me, I'm like there's no questions that need to be answered with that.
But I mean, my thing is like,
Bacardi never questioned him winning the award.
The crazy thing about it is the fact
The only question you have is what movie
you didn't get the
sparked
reaction
this
of niggas
award.
being like, "Oh, that's dope." I was like, we were in award talk. I was like, what movie?
You just asked a legitimate question.
Yeah,
Like, what movie?
That's the thing that's so astounding to me. Like, nobody questioned any of his credentials, and niggas act like we said this nigga is the worst nigga ever.
Like I said, he dropped a karate movie. He has dropped at least a fighting movie once a year for the last.
And Bacardi said, "Okay, cool. What is that?"
And then my whole thing, and I heard what Bacardi said. I just answered his question. It don't matter if he ain't watched it. He never told us his last few movies that he's seen. And until he just said Spawn is the only thing that he was referencing as far as a fight movie. So my point is, I'm only saying you haven't been watching any movies because even though you keep saying drop straight to stream, everybody is doing a straight to stream deal. So even if it's on Hulu, Netflix, whatever, whether it's Adam Sandler, goddamn Bruce Willis for the last 3 years, everybody is in that, and he's one of the people in it. But my expectation is that you would have at least saw the popular one.
No,
the Blood and Bone, the Black Adam. You just said and it's me. Y'all both have contradicted yourselves.
No, I'm still being good. I ain't seen shit he did since Blackish. That ain't contradiction.
Y'all haven't seen it, but when he brought certain things up, y'all both acknowledge that y'all have seen.
No, I haven't seen Outlaw Johnny. I said, I know that movie because of Tony Baker. I ain't seen that shit, and I don't mean that in the. I haven't seen it. Like there's a lot of shit I don't see.
Right.
That's how it sounds. That's why I see so blasphemous.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all took my statement incorrectly. I don't give a fuck.
Like, he's one of those black people that I'm like, I feel like the culture just knows.
What y'all doing is pretty much like a black, like Michael J. White. There isn't a lot of black karate like in the world anyway. So Michael J. White always has been a favorite of mine. He ain't in my motherfucking home screen like a new Michael J. White movie that showed. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not popping up on my live show when I'm watching live TV things. Like I may have seen.
But how do we know? We don't know. That's this whole argument is only because we don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's why we can't assume that because you like, yo, I ain't seen shit. But nigga, when my shit pop up, Michael J. White is there.
But the argument is because I just asked y'all what.
And y'all fucking went off the rails.
What you want to
Well, I was saying career. Obviously, nobody was listening to me.
No, I heard you. Because I was saying, he was saying what recent movies. But the reason why I'm saying it's not gatekeeping, which that was my argument, is because it's so available. And what he's saying is egregious is because this is all on every platform.
But it doesn't matter.
It's not like you got to go to Tubi to get my. But it
was like my thing was like even with you saying career, and I'm asking y'all like, well, what has he done recently? Y'all were still cussing me out like, well, nigga, you
we didn't. We
y'all don't watch
Yes, y'all did.
Yes, y'all.
Hey, wrap this shit up because niggas clearly gonna walk around like they did it. Hey, wrap this shit up, fam. Let's get the fuck out of here.
His career is long. I'm telling you that I have not seen.
Did you Google it?
Like,
and then you get to see like why we just okay. I can pick from each year that he got a couple movies.
But I was googling to see what I actually have saw of him. That's why I was like, when y'all talking about, I'm like, obviously, I'm like, because I remember the photo.
Right, but what I'm saying is, when you ask me a question, I can't answer because he has a plethora of movies. So what do you want me to answer?
But I mean,
because I can only assume.
But I was asking what the most recent movie. I'm telling you.
But I don't know what you would know because if I say Falcon Rising, and you never saw Falcon Rising, then you gonna go, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but I mean, that would give me the name.
But when I said Black Dynamite and Batman, you was like, oh, okay, I know what that is.
It was years ago.
Right. But over his career, if you know Spawn, if you know Black Dynamite, if you know Batman, and you know Outlaw Johnny Brown, that's at least 25 years between Spawn and Outlaw Johnny. So even regardless, I answered your question of what movies could you be talking about. I gave you a couple examples. So if I keep going and you don't know these movies because you haven't watched them, that's irrelevant. I'm just wasting my time.
And I think that the problem of it is where I'm saying like y'all have an issue is because I understood the award. Like it's a martial arts award in film. I'm asking what other movies have he done. Even if I'm telling y'all a couple movies that I know of, I'm asking for input on other movies. And y'all is like, nigga, the fact that you didn't even watch these motherfuckers, you fucking crazy. I'm like, bro, I've never seen them. Like, y'all
you probably ain't seen Roots either,
y'all know this shit to like a goddamn. I'm like, bro, y'all is weird.
It's so crazy to me. It's so asinine.
But you said it's blasphemous to me.
To me, that's what I said. It is.
Because it's honestly, this is the issue with fandom. Everybody has to be at this level of fandom, and instead of wanting to get to tell niggas, hey, maybe you should watch this. You ain't fucking seen this. You a fucking bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what are we doing?
I'm just saying.
I would have put them ads in my list.
Michael Jai White is one of them protected people. Like you should know.
I don't even have I'll go watch Outlaw Johnny Black. That's it. I have nothing else because y'all wouldn't give an answer outside of that. I'm gonna go watch Outlaw Johnny Black, and I guess that's the last thing I'm gonna watch. Because niggas ain't said a shit else to watch.
I think to congratulate the nigga for this. I was trying to figure out like what more movies he did fucking watch him. Like if you get an award as a prestigious award, so I'm like, well damn, let me catch up on what the fuck I'm missing out here. Like,
no, man, you were supposed to magically know. You were supposed to magically know.
They was on the panel, they was voting.
The way that you asked it seemed like it was about to be dismissive of it. That's why I was like, that's why it seemed like you was about to dismiss the award.
And that's why, like I said, if I'm looking for this specific thing, I'm just hearing the back and forth, and I'm like, what is really going on?
I was like,
I'm like, what is going on?
It sounded like you about to be dismissive of the award. Like, why he get the award? And that's why I was like, what?
Like,
what you about to say?
Sam asked a general question, and shit just blew up.
Like, I just asked the question, y'all niggas like, oh, it's time.
It was like that shit.
It did. Speaking of career, and so it's rumored that Doomsday is going to be Patrick Stewart's last movie. He said it's been saying that he's looking to retire.
Nigga.
His last movie
like just either time being president.
No, time.
No, his last movie. Literally,
he said he wanted to retire. So it's rumored that he's going to be retiring from acting.
That makes sense.
Every movie has been his last.
He ready to let with.
Well, so what I said in our group chat, I told him, I said, Patrick Stewart has given us everything that we can ask for as an actor. If he says that he's done, I'm okay with the NBA. As much as I love Patrick Stewart and pretty much everything that he's generally in. Like, I'm a fan of Patrick Stewart. So as much as I love him, and I'm definitely going to be sad to see him retire from acting, bro, he's given us everything that we can ask for as an actor.
I mean, he has a long-standing career.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Don't we have to call him sir?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, he is Sir
Yes, we
Patrick
do.
Stewart.
You are right. I did it. Yes, we do. So you know what I'm saying. So like,
I'm glad he retired.
Me too.
I want him to relax, man. You should have.
He's not doing much now, but I respect.
What you mean? He's still an actor.
I think he do a lot of. No, I think he do a lot of stage performances still. Though.
He's moving.
I think, fam, you should have. And this ain't even a like.
It's not just because this thing. What you about to say? It's not even just Patrick Stewart. Because listen, I also agree. Morgan Freeman should too.
Yes, this is
like I love this.
I know somebody could take this as disrespect. Bro, y'all 2020 should have been y'all like
Morgan be got.
You know what? Listen, I agree. I understand where y'all come from, but I also have an idea that the sooner you stop, the sooner you go. So I think
okay. I've heard that.
To have a purpose to keep, even if it's a small role, even if it's not too crazy. The only reason why I think, but I also feel you. I wish both of them would have been gone by now.
I know, but the thing is,
or not,
you hear
just retired.
Bro, he is hilarious in American
Dad. But the thing
Dad.
is that you hear is that like a lot of those actors, once they retire from like film acting, they'll still do smaller stage stuff. Bro. So like, I guess I necessarily meant like, fam, I don't need you on a film set every day. We hear about how hell film sets are. I don't need you. Like, once you get 80, bro, go do theater.
By the time
you get work that goes into prepping,
I don't need you. I don't need you every day. Like, we gonna let you know what your days or your scenes. Like,
but you gotta think. Think of it. Production ain't no different than when we do production. If you got an older person, you definitely got to front load them. You gotta probably get shit set up for them just to be able to do their little bit, and probably do it a few times each day. You ain't gonna be able to
But I saw that and I was so sad.
So yeah, I definitely agree.
Like, it's just once you start thinking about the stresses of like an actual film set, I was just like,
man, he's doing that. I'm like, bro, they about to knock you out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, do we need? Can you?
He might have talking about that chair.
And it's like, obviously, you gonna have stunt doubles and stuff, but it's like, even some, like, you hear about the stuff about how even the scenes that aren't stunt scenes are still taxing. Bro, just please relax.
Yeah, like I said, he from serious roles to rom-coms to sci-fi to action. Like, bro, Patrick Stewart has given us everything. Morgan Freeman Morgan Freeman gave us civil rights.
Both of them have been old my entire life.
Even to what you're saying, King, they can find purpose of, you know what? I finally just get to be with family for the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was saying stay. Like, if you still, because obviously you still got the bug for acting. Do stage stuff.
You can put a play together.
Put a play together. Get behind the production.
And he's in that. And he's from that realm. So like,
get behind the production. Like, become a producer. I don't know if you want to become a director. Director seems like it's still just as stressful. But become a producer.
But I feel like I would definitely do like some theater or whatever. Like, because that's where he came from. So I feel like that would be my give back. Is like to help someone help them get to their start to where I got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't went from theater to film and TV, all this kind of stuff, and I'm giving back to theater to get somebody into that same space. But I'm like, I definitely wouldn't be, like I said, bro. They knocking that nigga out the chair.
Hopefully not.
How do y'all feel about Avengers Doomsday being his last film potentially? Like, is that a high? Like, where y'all putting that?
Give him a warrior's death.
He hasn't done. I mean, I feel like that's what he's been part of.
Professor X to go out in the most mundane way possible.
Like, I feel like that's what they've been giving him in this space anyway. Like I said, we've already seen him get killed. You feel me?
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. That neck snap was very traumatic.
That should have been his last one.
Well, you want his last one? So no, he got to go out triumphant. Or do you want to go out triumphant, or do you go out? Or do you go out tragic? Because that was tragic. That was, but
let's be clear.
But is it a sacrifice? Like, is it I'm just a casualty, or do I go out with a purpose?
They killed Patrick Stewart at least 3 times. So let's just let this be over.
But how do you want him to go out? Is my question.
We've seen him die 3 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say Professor X not going out triumphant. I'm sorry.
He gonna save somebody.
We need
I don't think he is.
warrior's death.
I don't see it.
Nigga,
I feel like
was a warrior.
he gonna be the tragic death that like pushed the story. It's gonna be like
So that still gives it a meaning though. That's still gives it a meaning.
It ain't triumphant or heroic. He gonna get decimated by Doom.
You think he is gonna die though, and like they gotta kill him off?
I mean, if he said this is his last film, yeah, for sure.
You don't think he just gonna be like X when I leave you, and he just leaves? They could do it like X-Men 97. He can go off and spend his day. He go off and spend his day. Get him out of here.
You know that ain't happening. Doom finna come through and just
That'd be cold to see him like everybody just sending him off and they're doing the shit that rocket like.
So wait, if it's tragic, then it better be the most tragic MCU death that we ever seen. Then you gotta go, bro. Patrick Stewart can't go out mundane.
He finna go.
No, if he go like they better spend their gore budget on Patrick Stewart's death.
Yes, what they gonna do?
They already did. They already did the gory death for him in the MCU.
No, I needed more.
Bro, what are you talking about?
No, I'm saying if we have to go death.
So watching Jean Grey turn him into dust wasn't good enough. Watching Wolverine have to poke him face to face wasn't good enough.
No, watch it. No, I don't want him to die.
Watching his neck snap.
I don't want him to die, but I'm saying
It's sad for that.
If we're going death, it better be more gory than all of them. Because it's Patrick Stewart.
Marvel ain't doing that.
Like,
Marvel ain't doing that.
like I can actually honestly say because Patrick Stewart is actually tied to the Fox. You said X-Men. You said so I can really do see them like because they are supposed to make their appearance. That it is just like because I mean we're not gonna get like the X-Men, like the Fox X-Men aren't the actual continuation of the MCU. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So they all finna die. Like that entire X-Men cast.
Like I think somebody might die to Fox.
The entire Fox X-Men cast.
I think the entire Fox cast.
The entire Fox X-Men cast. Except fucking Hugh Jackman.
Except Hugh Jackman.
For some reason, he coming back as Wolverine.
Yeah, but I think everybody in the Fox universe is dying.
You know why?
But if that
you talking about a nigga who's a hypocrite? That's the nigga that's a hypocrite.
But see, now what y'all saying that
Hugh Jackman.
The cold thing is that if y'all saying that is that
Hold on.
I would say the cold thing in that then what I would need in that nod then is that Charles gives Logan like the I'm saving you kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Like so you gotta get a nod to Logan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have to give me that kind of like if you
because I need Hugh Jackman.
Did it though.
I need Hugh Jackman Wolverine to go to.
Me too.
Why you need him to go?
I don't need to read Wolverine anymore.
He's old as a bitch though.
Hugh Jackman told me when Logan came out, yeah, I'm tired of being Wolverine. I'm tired of doing all this superhero
that's
body.
Not my reason why.
It ain't my full reason why. I'm tired. I want to branch out and do other stuff. This nigga a hypocrite.
He did.
He said he was done.
And he was. We're human.
Until
man.
Ryan Reynolds in the video said, "Hey, Hugh, you want to do it one time?" He's like, all right, sure.
I mean, he's really Wolverine. He's like, bro, I don't want to be X-Men no more. Like, I'm gonna go.
But here's the thing, bro. If we're getting into the mutant saga,
and we want to get all new mutants,
and we want
to
breathe new life to the MCU, I need new people, bro.
No, but you need Wolverine.
No, you don't.
But I need a new Wolverine. I need a new Wolverine.
No, I don't need an anchor. Why do you need an anchor?
Because they've already established
I know that's how they do it,
but they was fine with the anchor being dead.
I'm saying I don't need that.
But they've already established it.
That don't mean I need it.
But they've already established that in the story, so to go
but
beyond
that's why
that.
if you're doing a reboot, and as the rumors say, there's supposed to be a reboot or a soft reboot.
Reset. Yeah.
If you doing that, wipe all this shit out.
No,
but that's a reboot.
That's a hard reset.
That's a hard reset.
Well,
Make
it a full reset.
I do feel like
no, I understand that they're doing it. I'm just saying, as a consumer, I don't need it.
But you was setting up for what's her name? Like X.
I don't.
Like I feel like that's really.
Which I don't want that either.
But I'm hoping these rumors are false.
I mean, I feel like if they keep him in, like I already know they're gonna keep him in there, but. It would be the truest canon to a Wolverine lore. You know what I'm saying? To be a nigga that went through like so much. You know what I'm saying? So he's really the old like nigga. So when people talk to him, he's like he really. That's why I say like if they don't do it, I would be mad at it. But as long as they keep him in the story, just like Daredevil, he should be now able to reference other shit because he's been in other shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. Like, so what you're saying makes sense. I'm saying as a consumer and what I want, I don't need that.
So I mean, but who's another Wolverine?
I don't need an anchor. This is what I keep on trying to tell y'all. I said that from the get-go.
I want them to cast. I don't know who they already have casted.
Like you
for
want a young Wolverine? Like I don't understand. Like
if you're going with all the
going
other,
young,
all the
yeah,
other X-Men,
Wolverine ain't young. He was old when he met them.
but you can still be older than them
without being actually the actor actually being old. You know, you can have the older Wolverine without the actor being older Wolverine, because technically in the cast that he was originally with, he was around the same age as them, but he was older than them. You can still do the same thing.
They did. I mean, that's that's all set. So, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said, I guess that is like that would make like it would still be an older person.
It's the same thing like I was saying with DC when they did their reset. If we're gonna say, hey, this is a new thing, cut out all the old stuff. Like I didn't necessarily need Peacemaker to come back, because why are we still having these tangential ties to this old thing if you're spending so much time and effort to tell me this is all new?
Would y'all be actually comfortable with like when Doomsday start, like none of it before that matters?
The whole point of Doomsday,
or after Doomsday, or whatever.
The whole point, at least according to the rumors, is that it's supposed to be the end and the beginning. Yeah. So it will still matter because it was the end of that.
So I'm saying, but I mean, like I'm saying, like you would want it, because for one, since MCU's been on the run, they don't do that. Like even if they do a soft reset and remove things out, it's still a link that keeps the story part of it.
No, but so none of this will be their first time doing an actual reset. All of those are just messed around with different storylines.
Yeah, it was something like that. But this will be the first considered reset.
According to it's supposed to be a reset.
Which, like I said, if you follow comic book runs, when they do that, you have like that within those first few issues, maybe a connection. But after that, when they do that reset, when it turned to the new 52, whatever happened previously did not even.
But I mean,
so that's what I'm looking for.
If they're talking about bringing a new Cap, a new Iron Man, a new Black Panther, and all that, why the fuck do we want a same Wolverine?
Yeah, I don't need
that. But I feel like that's what I get what y'all saying, and I don't feel like Wolverine will be the Wolverine forever. But I also feel like we're not going to get, like, I feel like Wolverine is going to leave. Like, I feel like either we getting replaced by X1, or it's the fact that Wolverine will do, like, help lead in this new team of X-Men, which he does, and he gonna fucking leave like he does. Like, y'all good now. I'm out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it has its own story, which we just would never get no more, because that's how they gonna just walk off Wolverine.
So then you just never have Wolverine in the Marvel
X1. Like, you would get like
you. See, I would be upset with that. I don't want to see a Wolverine. I personally don't want to see an X-Men team without an active Wolverine within there. Personally, I don't.
That's to say, well, you wouldn't be able to get X-23 though.
But I don't want X-23. That's what I'm saying. Like I get where they're going. I'm not saying what the breadcrumbs and the way that they laid it doesn't make sense. What I'm saying is, as a consumer, and if you call it a reset, I don't need it. If we're going back and you're giving me a young X-Men team, give me a new Wolverine, give me a new Logan, and then give me that team. I don't want to see the younger version. I'm not invested in the newer version of Wolverine. I'm not invested. Like, I don't really want to see X-23. I want to see Logan with Cyclops, with, you know what I'm saying? I want to see him, and I don't need Hugh Jackman to be him. I don't need a Wolverine that knows what happened prior Doomsday. I don't need that.
Well, we just gotta wait and see how Doomsday.
But see,
also true.
I think what's great about that idea though is because it adds, like, if they do it right, it would add another layer to Wolverine that wouldn't, like, that would be MCU specific.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want that more meta of Wolverine.
Even the love of Jean Grey and all that would be is because he's seeing another Jean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he gets to grow up and be like dog. You know what I'm saying? So even that beat that he got with Cyclops is like it's reborn. Like, I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting Jean back again.
But it make it infinitely more creepy.
It always was.
It was, but that's infinitely more.
It always was.
I don't need it to be that meta within the universe. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying. Like I said, it does. I understand where they're going and everything. I don't need that aspect of my Wolverine to be for that connection of it. I don't.
I just don't think we're gonna get, like, I think what y'all thinking about as far as like what they did with the original X-Men.
No, they're gonna do what you're saying. What you're saying, I believe that they're going to do that. Again, my whole thing is, as me, as a consumer, I don't need that.
I don't believe, I don't think y'all, for me personally, I don't think people understand that I truly believe that Wolverine isn't part of the X-Men. Like I said, he's an anchor that's gonna play his part with them, help them out, and he's gonna be gone. Like that's just like Wolverine. This will be the first time that they can do Wolverine like that, where he always was an inside out X-Men. He wasn't really always, so he could actually leave and do some more shit with Deadpool. Like, bro, they can make a cut with Deadpool to come back and grab. Like, bro, I need you. Like,
true. They definitely set it up like that.
But like I said, but what I believe when they talk about we finna get to House of Mutants and X-Men, whatever. I do believe Wolverine's gonna play a part in it, but I think the focus really is like the actual core team of X-Men. Like Wolverine is a core team of X-Men, but he's also an in and out.
But see, I don't want that story. I don't want the in and out story of Wolverine. I want Wolverine as a core member of X-Men. That's what I'm saying. That what you're saying is definitely how they kind of already position it, and probably they'll probably lead to, because like I said, it doesn't make sense to have a young X-Men team and have this old ass Wolverine. So they'll probably do exactly what you said.
There's no confirmation that Hugh Jackman is staying.
I was just going to say that because that Wolverine stayed.
So where'd that come from? I could have sworn that was.
No,
that's not the main MCU.
It's people taking. He said that he will never say never again. When somebody asked him, and people are saying that they saw him on the set of Doomsday, so he might appear in Doomsday. That probably is going to appear in Doomsday. I feel like that's more so a given. But people are taking rumors and like his statement saying, "Oh, he's playing cool. He's staying." It's one of those things.
Where I find where I lead in is that I don't want him to stay.
And I also feel like, truthfully, like Wolverine. Hugh Jackman and Wolverine in Doomsday is the Fox Wolverine. Like, I don't think we're gonna get the yellow black, like, because he's gonna be part of that cast of X-Men. So I'm like, and that's why I think that's even.
Well, no, because I think he knows now. Like I said, with Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, that Wolverine knows about the Fox cast, but also knows about what's going on in the MCU. I think we're because it'll be to me it'll definitely be counterproductive if they erase everything that he learned in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like he has to be that it has to be a continuation of that Wolverine.
But wasn't that Wolverine not the actual?
No, I was just gonna say that. So y'all, I think y'all confusing it. So technically, the Fox Wolverine died, and that was a variant from a different world, right? But it is, like you say, the live action of the cartoons Wolverine. So technically, in my opinion, that Wolverine might appear, but it also might be like how Fantastic Four is in a separate universe. But because they traveled to main universe, it might be that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree.
That's
what I'm saying in the movie.
In main universe's X-Men will be a different cast. Will be a completely different.
That's what I want.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I meant.
Exactly what I want.
Where it's because the idea, I think this really is to like, we have everything. We sort of told you all of these are interconnected. We are going to give you what is pure going forward. And I think that really is where they're talking about, hey, we're going to have a new Cap. We're going to have a new Iron Man, Black Panther. We're going to have new X-Men. And included in that X-Men is going to be a new Wolverine.
So, and what I think it could be is how X-23 was the conversation to influence Wolverine and Deadpool Wolverine. I think Wolverine, Hugh Jackman Wolverine will be the catalyst for main universe Wolverine to understand the importance. Like, look, the shit I've been through, like basically give him that tribute to my career, all the shit I've been through, whether it was all these X-Men movies, whether it's my own movie, whether it was this and that, you got to stay this, you got to stay true. And that's what I think is going to be that like push for that to become like the next accepted Wolverine.
Yeah. Overall,
I definitely feel like if anybody in the movie or in the series or in that setup going up, two Wolverines are gonna meet. Right. Like it's gonna be definitely like it ain't gonna be too many duplicate characters. But if they are gonna add a new Wolverine, they gonna have to meet.
But I think John, even because they were saying that about Robert Downey Jr., like they only really wanted him for one kind of movie. I kind of think that's what's going to be. I think they're going to put him in that position where he's going to play Doom and then he's going to go away. And then there'll be a totally separate person there. Because I think what they like you say, it's going to be like getting rid of the last bit of the older cast. How can we transition y'all out? Well, we're going to have to do a variant swap. Or we're going to have to do like a war where certain people die and then we're going to have to pull you from another universe. and be like, "Look, man, we need you."
Yeah, because
why? Because it's something that we gotta have.
Even in the Doom thing, like we all expecting like Robert Downey Jr. to be Doom, but it could be like another universe Doom that kills Robert Downey Jr.
Well,
right?
yeah. This is going to be the end of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom for sure, because they said this Doom is was a result of what actually happened in Endgame. That snap, like they came out, they have already talked about that. Like there's a connection to that, right? And so my theory is that like whatever happened with that snap or whatever happened with the time heist, this Doom is from whatever that universe, but this Doom is not going to prevail. He's going to win probably in Doomsday, but when they do the actual battle war, that's going to be the end of that, and we might not get another Doom storyline until a while. You got to think, Fantastic Four, they have so many villains that they can pull from. They don't always only have to go up against Doom, so like I said, they can circle back to a different Doom, but I don't believe that we get Robert Downey Jr. as Doom past the Battle World movie. I feel like that's going to be the end, because they already are trying to give us breadcrumbs saying like, oh, no, this was linked to Infinity War and Endgame. So I feel like whatever they're going to finish, this is going to be the triumphant end of that storyline with there. And again, like you said, once we introduce whatever the new cast is, then we can get into all these other new stories. You got to think, in order for them to tell some of these other stories with these other villains and everything like that, they got to do this reset, because then you're going to be like, wait, what happened to all these other characters? What happened to all these other villains? Like when they should have popped up early on before Thanos, before the snap. So they got to, like you said, they got to kill off some people. They got to end this story. Let's end on the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the fact that they keep on talking about possibly bringing back Kang, it could be a situation where it's like, all right, you know what? We need to reset everything. If we are going to bring back Kang, we need a villain that we can kill off, or whatever the case may be. They may be using Doom. Like, okay, we can use Doom, link it to the Infinity War and Endgame, so that way it still makes sense in this run of it. Do this reset, and then we can later on get to Kang, because Kang does have a huge connection with the Fantastic Four as well. So it's like, all right, what story do we like? If we like the Kang Dynasty, but then because of the legal shit and everything that happened, we end up having to pivot. All right, how can we save this and get back to it? Or let's bring in Doom. Let's do this story, because Doom story we can, you know what I'm saying, we can always get back to. But Kang is a more larger story with a team up that requires the Avengers. If we want to get back to that, if we did, or even leave that door open.
I think they left the door open, especially when it came to like how they did Kang and how they did Galactus. They did them both the same way. You just pretty much wish the bad guy away. Yeah. And I also feel like that's something that they could use as for the intro of Doom, but like in a cahoots way, because you already know the storyline goes where Doom can sometimes be a helper for his own benefit.
You good, bro?
I need some water.
Oh shit, you got no water in here.
Right.
But like, I think that'll be probably the direction that they plan on going. Because like, what other way could you really go? At this point, like y'all said, y'all went from having one guy who you thought wasn't a bad enough character to where now you got Galactus on in La La Land, who knows where, and you saying Doom now is introduced. And what angle we don't know.
And that's the reason why I believe Doom is like not necessarily a throwaway, but they're using him as a throwaway because you can jump back to that story so easily. Because you got to think.
They're not gonna kill Doom.
I've always had the issue with us going straight to Doom, because I said there was really no lead up to Doom. So the fact that they're trying to retcon and be like, oh yeah, no, we did, like, you know what I'm saying, and they're pulling out, you know what I'm saying, trying to drop these Easter eggs. I feel like they're like, all right, we gotta make sense to do this reset. We need a villain that we can kind of really, you know what I'm saying, give a big, you know what I'm saying, ending to. Let's just do Doom real quick. Because once we reset, we can get back to Doom. We can do, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they needed something, because that, you got to remember that Kang Dynasty, when they first announced that slate, that was supposed to be years worth of stuff. Right. This Doom thing seems like it's going to get wrapped up in 3 years. From everything Marvel and the MCU and Feige and them has shown us, they don't wrap shit up in that. They gave us multi-story arcs they were like, the Eternals going to play a big part. Like, they've always said that. With Doom, they were just like, all right, you know what? We're going to do this Avengers and then this Avengers. It seems so quick.
Prior to Doom, was there a Victor Von Doom in the universe?
They're going to tell us it is when the movie comes.
I don't know if they are. So
I mean, I've been hearing the story. They was trying to tie Tony, like even Iron Man Tony.
Well, I was reading more on the like what the Russo brothers statement was, and they didn't give too much because it sounds like it's going to be a lot of the film, but I think it goes into a lot of the theories that people were having about how the snap and sort of what Loki sort of tried to explain in season 2 is like how it sort of impacted, not necessarily the snap itself, but the time heist, how it impacted so many different storylines and how it messed up stuff in so many different storylines. Yeah. Whatever that is, it probably created that version of Doctor Doom. Now, what they could do if they wanted to make sure they could still have a Doom moving forward that doesn't have to be Tony Stark, you could have a Victor in that Fantastic Four universe, whatever happens to the end of that universe, and over the course of Doomsday, who sort of becomes inspired by Tony Stark, where it's like, I'm gonna adopt the moniker of a Victor Von Doom. Like I'm just
because remember the Russo said they was like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. He always could only play this.
That was the other part of the statement. They were like, we can't give you much because it's a part of his story, but I will say that there was nobody else who could play this version of Doctor Doom, who could play this character the way he's about to. Is essentially the rest of that sentence.
Yeah, but that actually makes sense. Like when y'all talk about the time heist, because I mean, of course, the time heist was them fucking with Tony Stark to get the
put the stones back.
To put the stones back. So it's like that. Whatever even if they were to do a flashback to show what actually happened after they did that, like it can literally be so they can make that story. So you gotta think. What we think about it in that movie about even when Captain America was just gone, it's like, bro, what did you do while you was gone? You know what I'm saying? And all of those could literally play into creating, this whole setup of what he did.
You gotta think, Loki himself created a variant of Tony because that was the Tesseract that he was supposed to get.
Right.
So you gotta think that one right there, you could also go from there with that and make that anytime. Like I get what they were saying because I also thinking like how the comic version went. That's my theory. My theory, it'll be like a hijacked Tony more than it'll be actual Tony. But then again, the way that they've played,
like I said,
and with all the theories, I could see it being Tony. Yeah, like you say, influenced by a Victor Von Doom, be Doom. You know,
because I don't even know if this Doom in Doomsday, his name might not actually. They've only said Dr. Doom. His name might not be Victor Von Doom.
Yeah. That's why I said that.
Like, we don't know which comic they pulling from yet.
Yeah. And even the fact that he visited that universe's Fantastic Four.
True.
It's like, it's got to be something deeper. He has to know something more about all the worlds than just like regular Tony Stark.
I mean, but like I said, my theory is always the fact that in my theory, it is the fact that this Doom, like the Tony Stark, the Tony Stark that becomes Doom, is approached by Doom. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying like to help him do whatever you like to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if they were to actually just use Tony's story from a moment that Captain, put things in motion, that Doom drops into that tone and they'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I see you lost this or whatever.
I can even see that. I can see it being like coming from a catalyst of what Captain America did. Like how he took the stone back and lived a life. I can see a Tony Stark like the one variant, like, you know what? I'm not going back. And just like, I'm going to just do what I want. I got the suit. I'm going to travel around. I'm going to do a bunch of different things. And then he learned probably over his travels, the same way Kane did, like how the universe really works, how time really works.
Yeah, because I mean, even in the comics or the anime show or whatever, wasn't Tony prepared for Galactus too? Wait. How did in the story where Doom in the story where Doom put upon Tony to provide him assistance. But I can't remember who the threat they were fighting though. Like it was I don't know if it was in the comic books or if it was in one of the cartoons. But then, there was actually the scene of when Dr. Doom actually approaches Tony Stark and they have a quick fight, whatever. Then he realizes I'm actually here to help you. Like you don't know that he's actually swindling, but it's but I can't remember the threat that Tony was fighting that he actually was like, I could use your help because Doom had all this other intergalactic information or whatever. So that's what I'm saying, that really could be whatever timeline that Captain America affects. They can actually have another threat that just come in, even if they're just doing a quick threat of somebody, and Iron Man doesn't know what to do, and this how Doom appears to them, and like you said, he gets inspired by becoming Doom by by the help that he get, by all the help that they give him or whatever. Yeah. But I do agree with that. In what y'all even saying, with Wolverine, Doom, all that, and using these people that we like, they gotta go.
Yeah.
Like you would have some way. Tony makes more sense than anything. That like he
yeah.
Doom,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be a new Doom. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, even how I say about with Wolverine, it's like I actually forgot about that this Hugh Jackman Wolverine that we're expecting to see is not the Fox.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not the Fox.
It's a variant Wolverine that's just his Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and even in that space of Daredevil and Wolverine, they kind of showed like they had all these hues. Then they threw that random ass.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, and then to kind of be like, it could be anybody. That could be Wolverine.
Yeah, because you don't know what universe he traveled to at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you could, like I said, like the Wolverine that we get, the X-Men 97 Wolverine could be a completely different Wolverine that just meets. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is, because even in that, that's what I mean by anchor of the thing. It don't got to be like he's anchored that the universe works around, but he's like I said, he would tell that Wolverine, like, hey, I lost my whole team for me being this shit or doing whatever, and I saved the universe. And like, I did these things, but he's telling him, like, it's not saying that you are physically an anchor, but he's telling him, like, your actions with your team is going to really, like, don't lose your team like I lost mine.
Because I think that would even coincide with the comics. How the older comic runs where he did go berserk and kill everybody. Or he did disappear and everybody died by Sentinel or some shit like that. And these new comics where it's like, nah, these niggas are still, you know, growing. They took the adamantium off of him. Now he turning into like a fucking werewolf. Like, I can see them going that route where they like, look, we're not going to do that. We're going to actually focus on the newer version and maybe keep this a team and let everybody excel and change to their own, you know, whatever, to keep mutating.
Right.
So that's my theory. Only because of that, like, bro, wouldn't it make sense? Especially if Henry Cavill leaves DC, come over here, probably already did so many, you know what I'm saying, scenes already, put that together. Bro, that'd be cold.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill's Wolverine be crazy.
Yeah.
He's too tall. Like,
I need a shorter actor to be Wolverine.
If you give me a new Wolverine, bro, I need a very.
But they showed you in the movie, if y'all wanted a comic accurate Wolverine.
No, that only looked weird because you knew it was Hugh Jackman.
It looked weird because it was weird.
No, it only looked weird because you knew it looked. You were like, why is this a short Hugh Jackman? Like, that's why it looked weird.
Like, that wasn't a real person.
So y'all want a dwarf to play Wolverine?
No, because you don't gotta be that short.
Like,
you could be
5'7".
Wolverine. I think he's 5'2".
So
he
was short as a bitch.
He was, but you know who's also 5'. I'm not saying I want him to be Wolverine, but what's his name? I was gonna say Daniel Craig. Daniel. Hart. No, let's be real.
Kevin Hart is 5'2".
No, but to be Wolverine?
No, I was talking about
no.
Kevin Hart.
But they also, some people have casted him. Family played Harry Potter. I forgot his last name.
Radcliffe?
Daniel Radcliff.
He's too small.
He's 5'2".
But he's been fast.
Small.
Oh no, he bulked up.
He bulked up, bro.
I see him. He's still too small.
But he wants that Wolverine role.
I know he do.
He wants that, just like how Method Man wants to be. What's the name? Wants to be Bishop.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Radcliffe wants to be the new.
I mean, I would respect it.
Yeah, I think
he's old enough too. That I'm like, you got the age on you. Like, I would respect it.
Who, Daniel Radcliffe?
I would respect it.
And he's 5'5".
I don't have a front runner yet. I'm not mad at Henry Cavill, but I don't have a front. I'm not.
Henry Cavill was just there for
sold on the Henry Cavill one.
That was just there for Deadpool.
I don't have a front runner.
So I just watched Daniel Radcliffe in that Amazon movie he got where he like stuck in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Nigga, angry face ain't there for me. Like your rage face has to fit
fair
like a battle face, and he doesn't give that off.
I mean, he definitely got. Okay, I get that.
Like he's gonna be looking like, and I don't want that for my goddamn Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't have a front runner. I don't have an actor in mind yet.
So he's 5'5". I feel like if you go that height, 5'5", 5'6".
Who's that?
Daniel Radcliffe is. He's 5'5".
That's what I said. Like, you don't gotta be 5'6".
Mine was dude from Kingsman.
Fam, let me see.
Oh,
the one who played the main.
But he would have to bulk up then, though.
But he's already got the cut. Like he already looks like he can be, you know what I'm saying, a fighter.
Yeah.
Because he slipped. It was crazy.
Oh, well, you know what? I haven't seen him rugged yet. Like I said, most of the time I've seen him, he's been polished, whatever. Right. I gotta see it. I'm not mad at it. I still gotta see it. I need some. I'm gonna have to work with
5'6", 5'7". Like
I still got some convincing. But as of right now, I don't have a front runner who I want.
But I definitely don't need to.
Wait, you talking about Taron Egerton?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I can't see him as Wolverine because I saw him in
as Elton John.
And it's not even like he did great as that role,
Right.
but everything else he did, I'm like, look at Fair from Elton John doing something else.
like I said, like Buzz in the Wire, bro. Buzz in the Wire, bro. He's such a great actor, but every time I see him, he just looked like a recovery crack addict who got his life together. And I'm like, bro, the actor didn't crack at all, but he played that role so well.
And that's the thing, Terry Egerton, he be killing it in plenty of roles. I'm like, look at Elton John, get his stuff together.
John on his side quest.
Even the last movie with the airport thing.
Yeah,
nigga, he did a good job in that. I could have saw him playing Wolverine like that, bro.
Let's see how tall is Terry Egerton. Terry Egerton.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into recommendations, man. I'm gonna go first. I know some of y'all. I think one of y'all definitely recommended this before, but I just started watching the Grim Variations.
That's that might have been Bacardi.
When Netflix is like they telling like just. It's like a dark version of Disney, of the classic, not Disney stories, but like Red Wine, Riding Hood, and shit like that. Oh my God, Grim Variations is good. Like so, they telling like those fairy tales, like Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, but it's just a horror version of it. It's on Netflix, man. That first episode, they jump it off with the Cinderella story, and man, that twist I did not see coming. So yeah, that would be my recommendation, and. Man, go back and watch the Boondocks. I was doing my rewatch, so Boondocks is a good rewatch, man. It's hilarious how relevant some of those jokes are today. Like it was like I said, we got to start giving Boondocks the Simpsons treatment. Mm-hmm. We got to start giving. I get that. Yeah. So those are my recommendations.
I'm gonna recommend The Monster Who Wants to Eat Me. It's an anime on Crunchyroll. I only seen the first episode, but the first episode was interesting as hell. Cause the girl, she like I don't know why she's so depressed. I think she like lost her family or something. They don't really tell much about it, but she goes like monsters are trying to eat her, and this one girl pops up. She's like, I'm gonna protect you. Protects her, then tells her at the end like, I'm actually gonna be the one to eat you, but until I'm ready to eat you, I got to make sure you stay safe because it's something like. You're gonna taste better if you're happy. She's valuable. Yeah, it's crazy. It sounds crazy. I know. So bad. That's it sounds crazy.
What do you do in that situation?
So she is a mermaid. So, but when you see her, she can transform into that form essentially. Like I said, I know nothing else about this.
Some women freaky shit.
Right.
I hope not, because I've only seen the first episode. I've only seen
monster wanted to eat you.
And you're juicier, your taste better when you have it.
I hope not, because that's gonna be wild. I've only watched the first episode, and it was as I was just scrolling down Crunchyroll. It said like it was like one of the horror things, like that's a lot of gory anime or something like that. I'm gonna watch a decent horror anime.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that one then too. You need more
content. Let me get this episode 3 before.
You know what's funny? Because like I said, I've been watching the Eminence of Shadow, right? Bro, I don't know what happened after episode 20, but they bro, the last 5 episodes been pure fan service. I said, wait a minute, the first 19 episodes, let me get
service. Through. I think there are 8 episodes out right now. Let me see how crazy it gets. It's gonna be my recommendation as of now. But if I come back next podcast, it was like, hey, never mind, yo.
It's crazy how anime do that. They'll bring you in, no fan service, and all of a sudden this is pure fan. So you're like, well, what the hell happened?
It was because, like I said, the premise was interesting. She was getting attacked. The girl come up and save her. Tell her like I pick my meal. Basically, I'm picking my meal. I want you to be my meal, but I only want to eat you at the right time. It sounds okay,
I mean,
interesting premise.
They gave me. I mean, that Black Butler, like Black Butler thing. Yeah. Black Butler, like I'll be your servant, but when you get to this certain peak,
that's sort of the vibe. That's sort of the vibe I got. So I'm really hoping it don't switch up crazy on me. I'm really hoping it don't.
It's gonna be definitely some freaky scenes. I feel like that. Mine would be it's this Netflix show I just started. I just watched. Was Mercy for No One that popped up on Netflix. It's pretty much a martial arts movie. It was actually really, really good. It's funny. It's funny as hell to me because like the main guy gives me like John Wick / Frankenstein vibes.
Yeah, you were saying that when we was filming.
Like a hobble because he had messed up his like they split his Achilles. So he got like but the way he hit niggas, like niggas, like it's like everybody get clotheslined. Like when he, like niggas be running up and he punched, and niggas flipping off the punch and just like crashing. Like he, and like even like, and so like as far as like the actual martial arts of it, he's more of a brawler. To me, I can say, but he really like, it's like, bro, I don't understand how you this strong. Like I don't really get like what you doing to really like be knocking niggas out. But and he really moves in this like mute, like dead eyes, like just like wandering. But it's about pretty much really easy. Like I said, mob story, brother died. You know, the mob like they kicked him out for a reason. He's like, well, if I'm gonna leave, y'all gotta take care of my brother.
Right.
And his brother got killed, so he brought his ass back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, but now he's pretty much doing his whole like all those movies. Like, I'm gonna run through all of y'all till y'all tell me what the fuck happened to my brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those movies where or shows. It's like 8 episodes, but so I thought that was really good. And,
It's only 8 episodes?
It's only 8 episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I've been hearing about that, Big Sis.
Okay.
Big Sister said all her fault on what's the name?
Oh, I heard nothing but great about that.
On Peacock. All her fault on Peacock.
Oh, that was your recommendation.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you get this, but
you saw he just did that.
Yeah, you should have waited.
you get to break it down.
I mean,
bro. You already
that is fair. You should have waited till the end.
Hey, we ain't never had people in the comments get their recommendation. I got excited. I got excited.
It was enough of a lull. I was gonna say shout out to her for that recommendation. You got before me.
I got excited.
My second one would be pretty much to watch the Michael Jai White films, so that you can like shit on online. You know what I'm saying? Where you just ask a question. So
Hey, watch
like me.
Watch every actor.
Don't be like me. Michael J. White's a legend. You should know every fucking movie he's ever made. Anything he's ever did. You should know some fucking moves. Like you should know Michael J. White.
You should know a straight punch. Like, you should know how to do a straight punch.
That student film that he did. You better know that. You better know that plot.
Born and raised, everything you need to know. Like, you know, Wikipedia, the nigga, get everything in together. But watch the Michael Jai White films because he won an award for his career. So if you didn't know he had a career, like I didn't, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all watch the Michael Jai White films.
Y'all make sure y'all clip that.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all make sure y'all clip
like,
that.
y'all
He
do
didn't
that.
know Michael J. White's career.
You know what I'm saying? For people that don't know. You know what I'm saying?
King.
So I'm not sure if anybody else recommended this, but I'm watching. Was it Tujin Ankai?
Oh yeah,
Tujin Ankai. It is what you said though. Like it starts it off really kind of heart wrenching and like chill, and then they go right for fan service. So. But it's good.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's on Crunchyroll.
It's on Crunchyroll and it's on Netflix as well.
Is it? I haven't even heard of it.
TOUG.
I got this thing. I like it, but I feel like I don't like the blood.
So listen, I'm gonna say this. If you get past episode 5, which I feel like is the training arc where they tell people about all the blood, and you get to the part where they actually fight the Momotaro, you will love this series. So that's my thing. Like I was first like, I don't know about this. I had to cut it off because it was just kind of dry. It was more like Naruto or like Bleach. And then the more I watched it, I was like, oh,
the fan service in the head.
Oh no, you don't even know.
You don't even know.
It gets so blatant. Where it's like bro, y'all tripping. But
the girl in the background, her chest is all out.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone. I ain't seen one
It's
yet.
real freaky talk to.
Yeah.
Like, girl, like I was really like, bro, like the girl being a freak, and they like, oh, you lucky dog. I'm just like, bro,
Nigga.
she only y'all.
Nigga.
Like y'all like a bunch of kids, and she like, nigga, I'm about to take you home, nigga. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
So,
But yeah, it's one of those ones that's like you deal with the fan service, but it's still good.
I was gonna say, to be fair, it got 4.5 stars.
Oh, it's top. It's top. It came out the same time as Gachakudigan, and they both like
Yeah.
you can tell they're competing.
Mhm.
So I'll definitely mess with it. If you do like Gachakudigan, you'll definitely like this if you keep watching. And then my second, Big Sis Chris had to get recognized.
Shout out Big Sis Chris.
Shout out Big Sis Chris. You're definitely right. It is a good show. It is a good series. I'm rewatching Stranger Things.
Oh
And it's definitely a good rewatch at this point because it's like it makes you
Talking about
question
Netflix?
a lot of shit.
Yeah,
a lot of
Thanksgiving.
things that happen knowing that we coming up into the final season. So
Right.
if you haven't, if you are a fan, I definitely recommend you go ahead and watch it. I think it comes out next week.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving. So check that out, man. That's my other record.
Yep. Trip.
Well, I ain't really been watching too much new shit, but something I have been running back. I've been watching Snowfall back.
Oh yeah.
It started off with such promise.
It did.
And it, kind of devolved a little bit to me. And then something else I rewatched just off of GP, and just because I saw it on my homepage on Netflix, was The Green Mile.
Oh shit!
Hey, Green Mile, my shit.
I haven't rewatched The Green Mile in so long.
I don't know who you're talking about.
It's so long.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, I was like, wait, who was that?
But I haven't watched The Green Mile in so long.
In a long time.
Yeah, I hadn't either, and I'm like, let me just throw this on. And Brittany was like, I've never seen this. I'm like, you've never seen The Green Mile?
Whatever, man. You ain't seen it.
It's really crazy when it's a Stephen King film. Like you're saying, like I like.
Wait, you ain't seen Roots?
No, I've never seen Roots.
Why y'all want? What the fuck school you go to?
I went to MPS.
See? Hey, no, you didn't.
No,
Yeah,
you
I went to
did.
MPS.
Oh, you let him MPS that didn't get no substitute teachers and some shit. And they're like,
No.
Hey, we didn't have a sub dude. The history teacher came in.
I watched it twice in school and once at the crew.
We watch it every year.
yeah, I watched all of them.
In middle school.
New February came.
New Blood, whatever the fuck came
Oh
out.
no, I didn't see that. I didn't see
In
that.
later life, when we had YouTube, it was Hidden Colors.
It makes
They
it
had
so
all
bad.
that, bro.
It makes it so bad. My grandma had it on VHS. I still never seen that shit.
No. To be fair,
I've never.
I wasn't expecting you to go see it outside of the school experience. I'm not telling you, hey, you should have been at home putting it on by yourself.
I thought Roots was part of a school thing.
This ain't even. Now that I think about it, this ain't even your fault. Your school failed you. Your school failed
If you know me and Digits Pops, you will understand why I also saw it at the crib, because that's something definitely my pops would put on.
For him.
Put on is
him.
crazy.
For him. That was by the time
O.J. Simpson was in it, though.
by the time it was time to teach me Black history, my dad was like, "We don't need to see this."
movie.
Nigga, Roots is a good movie.
I'm not saying it's not a good movie,
It's just long.
but for what reason do I need to see it?
In this day and age, really nothing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Here we go.
Hey, all right, whoa, we gotta get back on track.
No, because Bacardi gonna go crazy.
All over again?
it's just not something that I feel like I need to see.
I support.
I think
black
your school
movies.
failed you.
This
That's why I
recommendation is going off the rails.
I'm
Let's get back.
not saying you have to watch it. I'm just saying I support black movies, so I at least expect some people to have watched some of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you said, if I'm telling you, they know if you wanted a reason to watch it now in this 2025,
It's still, I think it's still.
I think it's still relevant.
Movie.
You think it's still relevant?
Yeah.
You want to hate white people? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you want to be like, I'm gonna get. Like I feel like that's what I did. Was it 15 years of slave gave me Roots energy all over again.
12 years a slave.
12 years of
12 years.
slave.
I didn't watch
And
that
that-
either.
15 years is crazy.
This nigga gave him 3 more years. God. You.
You got it, bro. Basically.
I didn't watch that shit either.
No, I didn't watch that one.
I ain't watched 12 Years a Slave. I ain't watched 12 Years a
You ain't
Slave.
watch it? That's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
I watched 12 Years a Slave. I'm like, bro, if they playing this in school,
You know what?
I put
I
a
do
limit to
agree
my
with Bacardi
blaxploitation.
because the reason I didn't watch 12 Years a Slave, I was like, you know what? I've seen enough.
See Roots.
I've seen enough of this.
yeah.
Right.
And so, but I don't know what Doug is also seen. He might have seen enough. We're like, I don't know.
Oh no! I'm not talking about more so Doug
agree
now.
on
I'm talking about more so.
blaxploitation.
I still believe like kids should be introduced to Roots.
Yes. Now, yes, I do agree with that too. Yes.
It's cool.
Because this is my thing.
You think the schools? You think Trump schools is going to show Roots now?
That's a
It
problem.
got to come down to parents now. I do it. That's just parents.
I don't need to come on Saturday morning. That's a
Hey, but to keep it real too, I wouldn't want to show my young kids Amistad. I wouldn't want to show them
That's what I'm saying.
12 Years a
We went through a lot of
Slave,
turmoil, man.
So
as kids.
my thing is, I feel like Roots is suitable enough for kids or teenagers or young kids to digest it, to understand that it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not that, because that's the thing. If we sit here and get comfortable with saying, "Oh, I seen it," it ain't about us, because then they'll be like, "Oh, it can happen again."
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't let a person know, don't let people put you in this position. Because I still remember me as a kid watching it going, that would never happen to me. Right?
I remember watching
And that's
that
my
kid.
attitude today. That would never happen to me. But also, if I don't let them know that this could happen. If it did, they might go, shit, I'm
Oh
scared.
yeah, you a parent. Never mind. You do got a reason. You got to see it. You got to show it to the next generation,
You can
fam.
give that same speech without having to see that.
No, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
can say
Like-
other things. I'm just saying, as far as
Forgive
forgive
you, don't say
That is fair. That is fair.
Like, you don't have to see it.
I'm just saying, if somebody said
You my roof is crazy.
But listen, so again, to put a button on it, what I'm saying is I'm not knocking people for not introducing their kids to it. But if somebody introduces their kids to it, I'm like, yes, it's still relevant or reason why to introduce your kids to it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
I think we were all in agreement with that.
Like that, I want to watch it. I'm like, go ahead. I'm not gonna sit here with you.
You gonna let her take the journey on herself, bro?
Let me go.
Let me know when you need a snack.
So you telling me
You gonna let her take that journey?
Let me know when you need a snack. I got you.
herself, and you just gonna be in the other room watching football and shit?
I mean, absolutely.
Man,
I didn't want to see it then.
As an adult now, I would, and of course he might have grown, but I would not want to have, like, I didn't have to do that in school. I asked questions to the teacher, like, why they doing that? You know what I mean? I don't want to talk to my kid about that.
At that point, though,
Daddy boss.
at
Why you
that
looking at me like that? Man, look, man, it was bad. It was bad.
you don't want to do that.
at some point, I
Shit,
can.
hey, look, man, I'm that father. Son, we gotta have a talk.
We got to wrap,
Now
man.
you can't go to school tomorrow talking to Colorado having you crackers. Man, I hate y'all. I hate y'all.
Did I tell y'all about me calling the kid? I listen,
I don't call them crackers.
wait, no, did I tell you about my story of calling schools crackers for like years?
Damn.
So my dad had this song called about Dr. Martin Luther King, right?
You buy him?
No, my
it
dad.
was-
My
he
dad
did-
song.
he
It was a
wrote
rap
a Martin
song.
Luther
He made
King
a song
rap.
about Dr. Martin Luther King, right? It was a rap. One of the very first raps that I learned, right? Now, in it, he's talking about Dr. Martin Luther King life. And at one point, he said some sucker cracker tried to kill their dream, put a bullet in the head of Dr. Martin Luther King, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the bar. When I tell you, from 2nd grade to 5th grade, I was on every Black History program performing in front of the school. Some sucker cracker tried to kill their dream. And it took until 6th grade. A Black teacher was like, hey, you can't say that. I said, can't say what? Cracker. I'm like, what do you mean? I did not know. I did not.
I love it, though. That's crazy. I took a black teacher to be like, nah, bro, you can't do that. The white teacher was like, we're not touching that one.
That was his teacher. She like, they gonna come here like, hey, what the fuck you doing in this class?
Hey, go get your boy.
She looked over, like, you looked over her, she looked over the spreader, but I didn't know.
You get that principal got the big ass eyes. What the fuck? What the fuck? You seriously? You better get his ass.
I was in a class called forensics. It was pretty much just like spoken word and shit. I even slowed it down, did it in spoken word form.
Thank you, bro. Crack it, crack it.
That's
Gotcha, crack it.
That's tough.
yeah, no, that's a wild thing to end
You
on.
been a problem nigga.
It's wild.
That's a wild thing to end on.
Now I see why McCarty feels the way he feels about Reese. You been seeing with him too long. I'm not doing that. You know? I'm not Dr. Umar. I have friends.
OG recommendation since, you know what I'm saying, Trip recommended Snowfall. Hey, man, check out my interview with Tanase. You know what I'm saying? But one-on-one with Deuces is going crazy.
Recommend cocaine.
Rod got up and left. I turned off the camera.
What is this
Come get
podcast?
these bricks.
But one-on-one with
boy.
Deuces is going strong, man. Listen here, I got Tamala Jones coming up, man. I got Miriam coming up from the Shy, bro. I've been going crazy with this season, man. So I definitely want y'all to tap in. Make sure you go follow King, man. King is doing way more movie reviews and everything like that. Make sure you follow everybody's social media. Go to geeksetpodcast.com. You know what I'm saying? Check out all of our past articles. Chronicles. Yasa still doing her thing. Doing their thing. Bacardi got some merch going up.
Black Friday deals coming. Cyber Monday deals coming. Holiday season is here.
Holiday
I need y'all to buy gifts for the family.
Holiday season.
I need y'all to buy gifts for the family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hats, all that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get that together for y'all.
Make sure y'all tap in with Digits podcast, Geeking on Tech, man. You know what I'm saying? They going crazy over there talking about everything within the geek world. We talking about the geek world, in the tech world. You know what I'm saying? And then, hey, man, like I said, Trip, you know what I'm saying, back doing wrestling content. You know what I'm saying? I was happy to see that come across the timeline. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Just follow everybody's social media, you know what I'm saying? And join our Patreon, patreon.com. You know what I'm saying? One of the best ways to support us. Join our Discord. There's a whole bunch of dope people talking dope shit. And as always, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out. Peace.
I mean, what the fuck we talking about here? Fridays, we are talking a brand new show, bringing you hilarious commentary about black characters.
Like Goofy and the whole game, we all know that black. They been niggas. You know what I'm saying? P Black. He Uncle Ruckus. He Uncle Ruckus at the yeah, P Black is a
cartoon intro.
Darkwing Duck. Nobody go join them. I hate all y'all niggas. You gotta have real niggas around.
Anime drip.
Throw me in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What I'm talking about? I want to be able to have my pose. Just I want to throw it in there.
Game night.
I feel like Twister is gonna get people in some positions that they don't need to be on. That's an HR nightmare. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Video games.
It would have to be a 2K. Hey, sometimes 2K be cheating, man.
And more. Brought to you by Geekset, featuring Deuce, Bacardi, Didge,
And
Trippy, and King. Tune in Fridays only on YouTube. I mean, what the fuck we talking about here?